Well, they have Roche's banner, Trent.
All that for an Aegis that disappears in like 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
That was our 10-minute Roche.
X-Nova dropping down a ward pretty deep there by the gate and is in the area where all the rest of the Radiant is. I do not believe that she knows this. Going for the Wisdom, sees a courier, and yeah, it's just going to be a dead Mirana. And the gem as well, yeah, that's a big one.
Oh yeah, that hurts. Another kill for Nightreign as he one death last game, still just one in this one. Snaking also 0-0-10, that's kind of hype, but we got the hype shaker item, speaking of which there.
And Shadow Fiend, they both got it.
Big areas effects. The refresher race was won here by XXS, but actually Tamar, I thought he was going to refresher too, but he changed his mind. He's going for the Aether Lens.
So a very big Requiem of Souls.
Tormentor going down very quickly here.
And it's worth noting too, like in that last game, I felt like we never really saw the full strength of the Storm Spirit. Like he wasn't doing, I feel like, as much damage. He was kind of just that one to set everything else up for Ame. In this game, it really feels like, you know, SF and Earthshaker are these big core heroes that are dealing massive damage.
Yes.
And so it's not that 4 Protect 1 anymore.
Yeah, way more damage potential, and also just like additional stuns and stuff too, even from the Sven. Like they all three of them have a good combo of disable and damage, which helps because their support duo is a little lacking in that regard, right?
Yeah.
You got the one arrow, pretty weak damage heading to the late game from the Mirana, and then Shadow Demon just going for the save, but very much lacking in the team fight. So the fact that all three of their cores have control and damage in an AoE is really nice.
All of these map movements coming in, realizing there could be some danger heading their way, and the immediately back out by Falcons, grouped together. Just no freebies is what it feels like is going on. And it's always awkward too when like you get a Roche but nobody holds the Aegis, because it's this like weird middle ground where you're not dominating the map. They could potentially still take a fight, but you're still you know, not wanting to just get randomly picked off around the map.
Yeah, you don't have enough to confidently take an engagement because you don't have this blessing of an extra number of the Aegis, so we just chill.
And it's for a long time too. 4.5 minutes before it's even capable of respawning. Level 25 on Ame.
And Amar has changed his mind. He's gone back for the refresher now. There's a refresher also done on Nightreign. So the refresher nearly done for XM.
Dude, that's crazy. He's got 920 XPM on Sven.
That's a lot. So we're about to have 4 refreshers in this next fight. So don't bother keeping track of spells.
Splitting the map, getting the extra echo damage. You know, one thing that could be a little bit weird here is that you do have Earthshaker with the Aeon Disc. So if that pops as he's going in...
Oh yeah, that's a bad feeling. That's a backpack.
Yeah, like suddenly all of his damage is gone if they can pop it on him.
You gotta do the backpack, put it in as you're blinking, you know?
Oh,
so
okay.
instead resetting in.
Yeah.
That's the strat.
So 15 minutes faster than average. Deciding refresher is that important on the mag.
I like it.
But a 4K gold lead for Falcons, not really making the difference here. It's going to be all about buybacks and how they use them, as well as, of course, those big refresher and teamfight ultis coming in.
And there's no sizable lead this time like XG had previously, which kind of, it almost baited them into this like going high ground and flying aggressive and being a little loose. This time I think both teams recognize that the game feels pretty even, and you certainly don't want to repeat of game 1 where the team that was ahead just sort of gets a little out of position and suddenly you're just back in the game for their opponents.
Right. Well, the thing that's weird too this time around is that like because there isn't that Aegis, you haven't been able to make like concerted efforts to shut down the rest of the tier 2s. XG have lost their 2 side lane tier 2s, but they still hold on to mid. And now, Moonlight Shadow in. Crit, is he going to die again?
In the same spot.
Yeah. Realizes that's not meant to be, and no, they're just going to get away.
All right, another rune for Shadow Fiend, perhaps?
Dude, I think we're getting 60-minute items. I think it's happening.
With
We're
20 minutes to go.
like just because they're just
Are you vibe checking this game?
a little bit. Because it's hard to go high ground with these guys.
Still got Roche coming though.
Like even Lifestealer, how are you going to hit high ground with him? Because you could potentially get like fissure blocked. You can't do a safe like step up to high ground.
Whoa, Princess.
Thank you, Nat. All right, 11 to 10. And they don't have the Shaker here, but do have the rest of the heroes. And Crit,
He's been getting away with a lot of these little cookie pushes.
it's valuable, right? Like that little bit gets him into a nice position. Are any of them greedy, by the way, right now? No, it's quickened over there. Yeah, Brawny. No greedy ones, at least for now. Was that a BKB I just heard?
I don't think so. I think it's XM just tapping his ulti every once in a while.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah, that.
He's getting into it.
Skitter with the pure cloak, helping his 1v1.
And he takes the Croaker down bottom. I love this
my
guy.
God.
He's the coolest.
He is the coolest.
Also, it's one of the most insane abilities, I feel like, that it has the passive on it that just gives you 14% outgoing damage if you're in the water.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
It's like, what the? Look at that. A little mini Ravage. He's the coolest guy.
I mean, the accuracy of the Croaker just knows no bounds.
Yeah.
Like, the NPC Croaker is crazy.
I love that, dude. Perfect reaction time, too. Can we just look at the Croaker again real quick, please? Because this is about to be the death of him as he runs into all of XG. The Croaker stops the gank. They jump forward, though. Find the stun. Requiem out. BKB. There it is. The RP, the getaway. Oh, man. Can they fight him? There it is. Get croaked. Get croaked. But the save sync Q is there from range. Still, Ame in some trouble. Pops the Satanic, trying to survive. Sure. Jump in, Echo! XXS says no! Takes down two of them. Now Reed in more trouble. And XG on the hunt. Finds a couple more. Now, there are buybacks. If they go too far, it could be punished. They're inside the base, though, and they're not wanting to. Another Echo Slam lands. Snake King is gone.
If you're not buyback there, you're not buyback. That is a Satanic hero. That's a little better than TA Satanic right there. Big saves from XXS.
Oh, my goodness. Just nothing done.
On all of that tension and build-up oh, they're gonna force the buyback.
Oh my God, they are. They're forcing him. They gotta buy back right now.
Because last game there were so many moments when they had no buyback, so they're like, maybe they don't have buyback like we didn't.
All right, they got Amara to use the buyback. Now keep in mind, he did use that RP, but it's back up again post-refresher. If XG stick too close together, there's still an opportunity here to pull them pretty far back. XG, they want the rest of these buybacks. They want the real ones. XXS is blocking them off. They're actually going here for the tier 4s. Gets the banish, the precast, and now the Requiem out. Amar forced to use it again. Pulls him back into the fountain. Isn't enough damage though. Oh, with the horn toss, it's looking good. XM, he's down.
Crit chasing.
On Zing Q finds that Shadow Demon, and they get a little bit of retribution, but it comes at a cost. My God.
Losing the full lane mid plus your tier 4s. That gives a lot back. A little bit of a rebate there for Falcons after that disastrous fight mid.
And no buybacks are going to be available now because they had to use 4 of them. Only the Lifestealer held on. So XG, you have a win condition because there's no tier 4s either. Oh man. Okay, they have to. Oh no. Oh. There's nobody else to help out.
No, you got to get out of there. Success. All right, they will get the road.
Yeah, you can't contest.
All right, that'll be Aegis Cheese Refresher. I mean, it was an expensive defense.
Dude, this series is hype.
It's a pretty good price, though.
I love it. This is awesome. Top teams facing off against each other. Back and forth they go. Don't leave the cheese in the pit. Might be smelly, but it's helpful.
Crit looking at perhaps another block of cheese here. You know, he's already got one saved up. Got any more around? Oh yeah, we've got one on Snake. Pretty close.
Yeah, As these games get later and later, it starts to just happen more, I feel.
All right, well, they've returned those panelists, so that I don't know which way that'll swing us.
That's a good point.
Yeah, things were looking close.
It's back down to 5K. I mean, again, one fight over and that could be it. Look at that swing.
Or one fight for Falcons and we go another 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's true too. You're not wrong.
It's okay, the panel's very comfortable. They got nice chairs.
If Falcons win a fight, do you think they try and force like buybacks? Or do you just get like do you just take it?
It depends. It depends if XS is up.
Yeah.
I'd be too scared, you know? Depending on what his spells have, because Refresher Shaker is very spooky.
And this really, like, if XG managed to take this, this just solidifies in me, don't give people Shaker. Like, he's too good. The hero's insane.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. That big save on Ame there, when it was looking like maybe they were turning around that attempt onto Omar.
And I couldn't believe that Amar was able to survive, and it looked like,
what
okay, we're
happened
good, we're able to get out. But, no luck.
Yeah, I feel like he was just insta out of the stun, which will happen again this time because he does have an Aeon just ready to assemble.
Okay.
Wow, the eggs and backpack is a strat.
Yeah, that feels a little bad. He's got too many items to deal with,
Yeah,
man.
that's way
He wants
too
dust, too.
He's got to put the helm back away.
So despite the triumphant win in that last engagement, not an easy fight for XG to take. They still have to play this one very safe, particularly into an Aegis on this Beastmaster. Are there any nullifiers that are coming out yet?
Ooh, I don't think. I haven't seen one, at least.
With like all the Pugna saves and everything else, it feels like that's
At least not for the Dire. There is one on Malrine, but
I mean,
yeah.
I guess you still have Demonic Purge, so that kind of is an option too.
Yeah, just make sure.
And also, ZinQ has the gold for Aghanims right now. Obviously wanting to save for buyback. But when those start getting spammed out, Demonic Purge will cause some serious issues. 48 minutes.
2 minutes left on the Aegis.
Crit. Does he get caught here?
Gonna try another cookie clear.
It's a little bit scary. Skitter pops Rage. They take the Tormentor. Get it on Amar.
They're gonna try and tap this top tower at all. Espo's gonna grab the wave. No, he's not. Lets it go.
It's really hard to feel safe in this one at all.
Wow, they're just gonna back it up. Yeah, they're not feeling it. They will Moonlight after getting the talent for the cooldown. Sit back and relax, everybody.
It's gonna be another one of those where, like, it honestly, all of that stuff kind of doesn't matter that much. It's just gonna come down to the fight. It's like, I think for Falcons you need 2 fights to win the game, and I think for XG you just need 1.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, I would say.
But they're like 3 minutes away from XG needing to win 2 fights because of buybacks.
We also have the gems on both sides, so it's hard to get these like aggressive wards down that gives you the advantage
Yeah.
where you're going into these like attempts to move into enemy territory and try and start a good fight. So that's what also just delays things. They are scanning for the shrines now. Shrines at this point, I mean, it would be nice because we give them R25,
Oh,
but
is
it's
he
one of
gonna
the
get
few
baited?
things that causes a fight.
Is he gonna get baited into this?
Is
He's farming
this
crit.
how the fight starts?
Skitter.
Oh, 25.
He's on it. They see him. Arrow goes out, not gonna land. Okay.
25.
So rage duration. We'll gladly take it.
Other shrine still up.
Yeah. They back away. God, the skewer range too now actually does also present another issue
Oh, yeah, it must be huge by now, eh?
for XG.
It's pretty big. I mean, you're going in the well.
Oh yeah. No, you're out of there.
Yeah, Ramar grabs you.
You're gonzo.
It's just 2 scoops of pain.
Totem cooldown now for XXS. Other 25s online. Amar keeps that creep out there. course, that's the other thing that's still really nice about this is you can keep that helm in the backpack, and your creep's still running around, which is so gross.
Thing. All right, they're back to the outpost. Everyone TPing in here. Oh, snaking. Oh, Exodus is gonna try something here.
Finds him, fissure, chant totem.
Team doesn't like it. Not even an arrow.
It shows how much respect they have for how this could completely turn around again. And now, they're not. The advantage of buybacks is not there anymore, because you've got what 30 seconds and they're back up again. It's basically done. Dude, we're gonna have some crazy like 10v10 fight again.
I can't imagine the comms over these past 10 minutes. It's just been like they're just doing the same thing over and over. Both teams. Like, let's go stand here. Let's go stand here. Go clear that way. Let's go stand here. Everybody just waiting. I mean, it is XP in control because they're the ones who are holding the line in between the Radiant base and Roche. They just need to hold it for potentially another 4 minutes or so.
They did end up getting that nullifier, by the way, on Malrine. So, do have an answer to some of these defensive options.
Success. Oh, Amar scouts this. He knows. He pops here. He knows. Oh, he doesn't know. I cursed him. I thought he knew.
He went right.
Oh, he would have had him too. He's mid TP.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had too much faith in you, Amar. I apologize.
I think that's a good thing. If you have too much faith in him, right?
I really believed.
All right, counter smoke. Amar is no longer smoked, and Amar is no longer with his team, except for his lifestealer who's with them, and they're going to walk up to high ground, run right into Ame. That's still in right there with a fissure block. Oh, he can't get onto him.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, XXS!
10 minutes for this.
That's not what was supposed to happen. Oh, looking a little sheepish.
9-1.
Oh, jeez, guys.
Oh, now insta smoke. They're going back in. They know.
Yeah, yep, that was BKB. That was God's strength. You gotta run. You gotta hide. You can't stay here anymore. Go to your well. Just go hide in your well.
Thank you.
That is not your well, but that is a sick-ass blink. Thank you.
Excuse me?
My man. Oh, he's like, where'd he go? What happened?
My guy's got 4 ankles and they're all broken. All right, well, they do find a shrine.
That's good. Necessary.
They won't stay for it, though.
Jeez. 52. Where are we going? What are we doing? You're running into a Shadow Demon who just blinks halfway across the map.
And of
cast
course,
range is insane.
it's like a 2.5-minute Roche.
Yeah. Well, I said I thought we'd get tier 5s. I wasn't so sure after I hit the tier 4s.
No, I think you sniped it. It is certainly looking that way.
I'm gonna take a look at this real quickly. Look at this guy. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Whoa! Caught sight of him barely and then just blinked out. Back in the world of the living as Amar is... Did he pop refresher for that too? He did.
He did, yeah.
Jump in, mid lane, onto him, dead. And still have more of those demonic purges ready.
They're going to start retreating off to the east in case Roche spawns. They want to have some control over the area. There's a little Xingqiu illusion here.
They know that that's the real one. They know it's him.
Oh, that's done.
Good stun. But the roar, now the turn disruption. They can't hit in the midst of it, and the demonic purge doing good work. That is a problem, though, as they get the big RP. Does not have refresher, though. Will it matter? Skinner right on top. XM gonna be bashed, gonna be killed, and Ame stuck up on the cliff. XXS tries to do something here, anything at all, to salvage this fight. Will get a kill on to the snap. Goes for the TP out.
That's a great internet place for XXS to try and salvage it, but it's not enough damage. Just gets a buyback on the crit.
Ancients being hit by the creeps. Oh, don't let it end like this.
Nah, they could be there. There's no TP or anything. Waiting too wild here. The good news is the Roche isn't immediately up, so if they check it, they can't quickly do it. They might just plant snaking in there, I imagine. Might as well.
What else is he gonna do right now?
Man, that was close. I thought they were going to turn that back around for a second there. I thought there was going to be like a Satanic and Sven was going to start going, but...
And saved. A chance, a bash. an opportunity. XXS backs away, and they're going to disrupt Skitter, and then just retreat.
I mean, that's pretty much your only chance to maybe get the Aegis, you know, is trying as this trio to shut down one of these cores inside of Falcons. But now the Roche is going to spawn up top and spawning in a second. Malrein's there. He's got it. That's our fourth Roche, as you can see there, so plenty of goodies.
Dude, what is it with this TI? This is just, like, insane. All of these games, like, they're not all hitting 60, but 50 minutes still makes mayhem.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, and just, like, the patience, too. Yeah, it's kind of a classic, right? No one wants to pick a bad fight.
Yeah.
So you're just waiting and waiting. You don't feel like you're throwing.
And each one of these games matters so much, too, for placement.
Yeah. I mean, you're trying to get straight into the international here. Get off of this road. The road is full of bumps. It's scary other cars. You don't know how they're driving.
As has been pointed out a couple of different times, an incredibly competitive tournament across the board. Rebuild and rate. Okay. Oh, did he try and do the trick and then lose his talisman? His inventory was full? No, there's no way.
Got a BKB now for crit, so comes back after a couple of deaths, wants to be a little more survivable, as he's close to 25.
Ooh.
Doesn't have, you know...
I mean, the Mortimer Kisses launch, it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not bad, I guess. It is like... Pop, 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 pop. I don't know, it always feels kind of bad late game just standing there, though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
It feels
true.
like you have so much to do that, like, max channeling is just like... That being said, you're also just doing more in a shorter time frame, so there's an argument there. But it feels bad to go multi, you know, when you haven't gotten into
AC
talent for it.
completed. Amar found. Blinks away. Puts on a highlight reel of his own.
I can do it too. All right.
Thankfully, he did not blink. But that also means no God Strength.
That's
Which
crazy. Which means we're smoking and running at them probably with his Aegis, I imagine.
And XG are going to run away themselves.
The
Farm out
arc
this
creep.
entire area. Head on back to the base. Yeah, there's no way that they're going to get a jump during the duration of this Aegis. And yeah, bind 57-minute minus.
Yep.
Let's go, X-Nova. You know what's up.
Getting that bundle of Madstone for free.
Has the greater healing lotuses the whole way through, too. Yeah, gonna get the D ward there. My God. Just drops the Lotus.
I mean, we're
picks
at
up
that
the
point
Midas.
too where the item is like XXS, like the Aeon disc is gone. He's got like this Blink, BKB, Refresher, Octarine, bots 2, and 8,000 gold nearly.
40,000 net worth on Sven. Ame is topped out. Doesn't have a moon shard yet.
Well, and he also needs that 60-minute item for some movement speed. He is a slug.
Yeah, Axe also is another
Outside of the
option.
Swift Blink, it's just he's just trudging along the map at E25.
I think we are just waiting for those newts. Can see down bottom they're gonna go for a Tormentor here. Yeah, last hit 764. Let me tell you, if any of you guys took any of these heroes in fantasy,
Can they do this?
you are living large. No, they cannot. They realize now that is not gonna work. You need more people.
All right, noble effort.
All right, they're coming down bottom to help out and take it. So now they'll go for it together. As friends, Snake King, don't die. Jeez.
Scary, man.
Yeah,
All right, gets Malreina's shard.
that signals to XG. We can hang out for a little while. Not too scary to be on this side of the map. They scan the gate too, just to make sure. Piranha, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, saving the 2 charges on X-Nova. So as soon as 60-minute comes around, you can immediately just go bang, bang. Probably on the hard camp, or on the small camp, I mean. Do the most value.
All right, 60 minutes coming up.
So does any of the tier 5s change stuff? Like how
I mean-
how much will it change stuff, do you think?
Not as much as they used. At least I feel like they don't do as much as they used to, but they're still all like I like the movement
Oh.
speed enchantment. I think is pretty big, right?
They're going right before it Moonlight Shadow. Maureen is showing. Now jumps away. Blink out, blink out, blink out.
Ame, dude. Ame's dying.
He went for...
Ame's dead.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Yeah, ZinQ now also in trouble. Nullified. Right-clicked, finished.
Yeah, my guy just got RP. And it was Jover. The whole horn toss into the RP. Good grab, good find.
Goodness. Okay, so they might be able to get a buyback out here.
I mean, they just insta-go for their items, right?
Yeah.
And there you can see they're just cleaving through the neutrals. Xnova also doing his best to try and get some for the Dire team. I mean, I guess he did use his BKB. He didn't use his God Strength. So not that it really matters because he's going to need both.
Book of the Dead, attack speed, and magic attack damage for Maureen.
All right.
Mar, what are you finding? Horn tosses. We'll see what he decides to pick up here. In the meantime, Falcons is still set up near high ground. They drop down the banner. Steeler has access to his as well.
Oh, it's the Helm of the Undying. All right.
The Audacious also, the attack speed and magic damage. So they're doubling up on this.
They're trying to get through the Sven. You know, the dead guy.
They're still saving for the moment, not having to use any buybacks. XXS can go for a fissure play. Immediately you can see the infest and run out.
And they know they're not buyback.
Yeah.
Right? So they're feeling pretty confident here in their 8 seconds. Melee racks go down here in the mid lane. Get him, creep.
Kills all of that. And they do get the melee. So now melee racks for both teams down. Has not chosen an item yet for Amar. He's got Unrelenting Eyes pretty good, but the Dead's still pretty good. He has attack speed and damage if he wants to. Or you could do the spell debuff. Spell amp and debuff would be pretty good. It's like, does he want to be a carry? Does he want to set up his
I
carries?
kind of like the Unrelenting Eye to get like turnaround RPs. That sounds kind of sick. But he also already has an Aeon Disc.
Oh, Xnova gets the XP gain on top of a Minotaur Horn. So 1,000 experience per minute.
Try and get to 25.
Boundless, Fallen Sky, Wise Book of the Dead for crit. So another one of these heroes that's going for the XP talent.
Snake Geek's looking to get involved, man. When you picked up the Fallen Sky. All right, we have the other Helm of the Undying, though.
Primary attribute, 4,800 HP on Sven.
Look at it regenning up as he like that. Is
Dude, and actually now with God Strength, that is gross.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, that is the Sven dream for sure.
That is so much damage. Okay, 62 minutes. Let's get a pause. Everybody stretch. You're back at home. Probably don't leave because it could end in like a moment.
It's a good idea, actually.
And yeah, we get the spell amp there on XM. 52 to 48. I mean, it's about right. That's what you can say.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
The question you're asking yourself is who's going to get the better initiation? You know, who's going to find the easier fight? I think XG have an easier path to end the game with tier 4s already being down, but
It doesn't matter at this point.
it doesn't really. I mean, maybe you could go for some like backdoor play if you push in the lane all the way, and that's something that you do need to be careful of. I mean, Ame, if he manages to just hit the throne, it's going to be close. Obviously, you still have Glyph, but you know, break some TPs, do some of that shenanigans. There's a possibility there at the very least. Teams needing to make sure all of their settings are absolutely correct. Cannot have any missed inputs or anything at this point in time.
And, you know, 62 minutes into the game is the best time to check to make sure your settings are right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you know.
Shaker still has the tier 4, so they need to farm a little bit more to get tier 5 neutrals for both him and the Shadow Demon.
I mean, we're at the point now that there's so many nullifiers, there's so many Aeon Discs, there's so many refreshers and everything. The one thing that is, like, solid is just disruption, which is one really nice thing about this hero. Of course, he's not 25, so he doesn't have the second. But that is the big save, you know?
$2,000, all but separating it. 10 buybacks. Shaker currently is 6,000 gold above buyback. Has 10k gold on Shaker. When do you think you buy Rapier for him?
Wait, for who?
For Shaker. Go the Spell Lamp route. Come on, make it happen.
I mean, that is kind of hype.
Dude, you get a Shaker with Rapier, get Divine Regalia. I'm looking over at the panel. They're just deadpan. They're like, we came up here 20 minutes ago, thought this game was going to be over.
I mean, Crit has some ideas of his own here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's thinking, well, you know, I didn't get the talents on the first way through.
Okay.
But if we win one fight...
Oh, look, he's looking at the camera.
Exactly, he knows I'm talking about him. If he gets one fight and he hits 30, which obviously wants to engagement, he's thinking about heading up that alternate route there.
I mean, at the pace of the game, he will get level 30 before those fights. Based on how stuff has been going so far.
Roche is up in 50 seconds. Are we waiting for... Oh, potentially up in 50 seconds, I should say. Are we waiting for that? Also, where is Malreen's courier? What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's back in the base, because he is an empty slot.
Looks like there's maybe some weird bug going on. I wonder if that... Wait, is there any way that that's the issue?
No, there's not a bug.
Okay,
There you
no.
go.
Apparently not.
I think he's just, you know, spent.
I just like to build some drama.
Yeah. It would appear that there's a massive flaw and the game is void.
Yeah, remake. Just remake real quick. No problem.
Right, well, we had some conversations on XG during this pause, and Ame decided he needs an Abyssal.
All right.
So that could be a little surprise. Lincoln Sphere on the Radiant.
Ooh, wait, does that disseminate on all of them? Well, that could also be nasty.
All right. Okay. Now, there's nothing worse than Donut. Oh, no,
They got him. Pulls him in. There's the disruption, though. The long range. So insane. And there's the stun. He gets the blink away. Ame on to Snake King. But Aeon keeps him alive. Big initiate. He died for the crit. The cleave. It was way too much. And now the turn. Oh, he jumped inside of Malreef. What a save. They needed that badly. XXX still on the hunt. Second refresher wanted to go for it. The back. He finds it. And there's the arrow. They're in trouble now. Disruption to keep him alive. Skinner starts hitting away. But there's the heal that comes out. It's too strong. Skinner trying to stay alive against Ame. It is not going to happen. Dead on 3. He just doesn't know it yet as Amar tries to skewer out. XXS on the hunt. TP away. And there will be no bash this time. 3 dead for 1.
It's always the team that goes in first, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that was a beautiful attempt from Amara, but that disruption, it was the blink out after as well. I thought they could get him.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't there.
And, like, you look at what he has queued up right now, realizing this lifestealer trying to get to the Aghanim Scepter. It's been an issue. You see this jump. What a save. Zinq waiting for that last moment for them to really commit.
It's wild. Just blinks his way out. Holy.
Zinq doing everything right there, saving the game. And the just blow up that happened. But yeah, they managed to get him away there for the moment.
Malreen, did he have refresher there? Yeah, he refreshed, but then he doesn't blink. He tries to go for the roar.
Yeah.
But he doesn't blink, so then he gets bashed. Maybe could have been an escape.
Pretty unbelievable.
And that commits them for the fight,
So the other thing to watch for here is, I mean, again, backdoor plays. It is possible, but right now all of the waves are shoving in to the Radiant team.
Are they going to go back and check Roche as well?
Ends up getting the evolved Helm of the Undying for the Shaker. So now another hero with 4,700 HP this time around.
Perfect.
Pulls him in. This is a good target to get. The cookie forward, finds the stun. Another cookie used. Pulls Ame into the base. Can they get him again? Now Kisses coming out, hitting on to this Sven. It's not going to be enough damage as he does pop the BKB, and now the Fallen Sky, the pullback. Is it going to be enough damage? It looks like it. Disruption for Zinq, but it's only going to keep him alive for a moment. Ame is gone. They will take down, it looks like, wait, they force out the cliff? Oh, that's huge.
I mean, they're about to lose their last building.
That's true. But that cliff means backdoor is in contention here.
I think Amar has a bajillion spells. Just keeps finding these scoops.
They ninja moved Kez into the patch.
Yeah.
It's just Amar.
Alright, so they did back to the Roche. They left it. They tried to play a bit aggressive. They get some buys.
What's the way that you go here now?
Wait, they didn't get a buy. So long.
Is there any way Falcons can win this game here? I mean, Aghanim's on life stealer makes a big difference. They were able to sneak one away and steal it last time around. This is now going to be the 5th Roche. And the roar starts to do more and more damage. But they will be able to take this down. Bottom lane is shoving in. If Falcons don't deal with that, by the time they push, that is going to reach their base, and you could go for some backdoor TP in with no glyph on Radiant. Gem?
You know what hero it feels awful being in a game like this is Mirana.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you have to offer? A YOLO arrow that you can't even really follow up on at this point?
He has level 25 now, so it's, you know, 3 YOLO
Three
arrows.
YOLO arrows, yeah, to be precise.
Fissure hits on the Skeeter, and that is going to be another Rax down. Bottom not pushing all the way in yet. The Force Staff from Snake King means he gets out of there.
Right,
and look at them. Look at the creeps. They're going down. They're going to try and push that out. So they do keep their base safe.
Keeping an eye on things.
This actually can work now.
Is Amara going to try it again, though?
Yeah.
How fast was it QB?
Oh, they got to be so quick on this. He's going to just be spam clicking.
He didn't get the cast range enchantment either. So he just has to rely on his Aether Lens and his Blink.
Arrow. Arrow.
Oh, he's ulting.
Big arrow. Oh, the stun in the midst of his jump. Ame, you're a god and you didn't even know it was coming. Unbelievable. Skinner comes back to life now. XM, he's roared. Do they have enough? The damage coming in from Crit, it is. They managed to find that kill. So they do get the bring down, but they come back to life in a buyback from Amar. Another potential win condition here.
He still has 2 RPs.
You know that the SF has buyback.
Yeah, I think everyone knows everyone's buyback for sure. I think you're right.
And they're just, look at this. The freaking, the Necro books.
I mean, Skinner also has buyback. Like, the point you're just going to send him in here, you know?
And the Roche banner actually being valuable means these creeps are not dying. They show up for a moment. XXS loses some HP. They don't have to commit almost anything. You saw in that one, by the way, the stun as Amar blinked in. Could have just been a tragic moment there if they would have been able to find the RP onto Sven. But you said it. What does Mirana get you? And then he finds like a clutch arrow. So nuts.
Tactical connection, of course.
Oh, yeah.
He knew he was going to hit. Alright, they've gotten forward enough that if Pugna tries it again, XS is going to attempt something here.
Realize that Skinner has 709 feast stacks. There it is.
Yep.
Punch, punch, punch. Echo out. Not going to do anything. He is in his undying form, still stunned, throws a fissure, but to no avail. A ton of gold going to Crit this time, and they're going to clean this up, finish off the Megas. Now the jump stun. Ame decides he wants to hit him. There's the follow-up stun onto him immediately. XM wrecking the goal, but the RP disruption came in, which means Ame is not hit. Now starting to beat into Skinner, and Skinner gets obliterated.
No, he's back. He's still in. He's
No, he jumped inside of him. Okay.
But now he's probably dead.
Alive for a moment, but yeah, only a moment as the hits, they come in. But the damage coming out from Crit from the full artillery downtown. Hits away, but another disruption and the save. They're keeping Ame alive somehow, some way. They get it. Ame lives. He shouldn't be alive, but he is.
Oh, Crit the cheese.
He eats it, and 4 dead as it all falls apart there.
But it is Megas.
Okay.
Buildings are down. There are buybacks. They tried to make the big defense to ensure the building would survive, but it wasn't enough. It does fall. That's 2,400 damage from Ame.
Dude, I love those so much. He's just so sick.
He's just cleaving
Look at
into
this.
everyone. That is absolutely disgusting that a hero can take 18,000 damage.
What in the hell? Dude, XG are doing it. Total damage done, 77k by Sven.
Okay, but you're now moving into the base of a Magnus. Now he does not have Refresher.
And he also doesn't have buyback. So if Amar goes in and anything goes wrong, it's game over. Oh God, man, can they delay it out long enough and then go for some push? They also have got their glyph back again now on Falcons.
I think we're just, yeah,
We're getting megas on megas. It's been a long time since I feel like I've seen a mega creep game on both sides.
20 seconds, no
Wait, look at
RP.
these creeps.
Yeah, they backed me. They're not even gonna try.
But they don't feel comfortable hitting them yet. That's something else to keep in mind. That glyph is so important. You can see win probability now favoring XG.
Nice.
Because of the lack of towers on Falcon's side. And of course, because tier 4s don't regenerate, you could start just spamming, sending in those Necrobook creeps too.
We got a few, that's true.
How big is Crit now?
He's got the talents, but not the items.
Yeah, 29. It's hard to get there.
His dreams were not realized. He bought a Refresher.
That's
So
fair.
he is not YOLOing damage rolls and spamming his...
Have there been any other switch-ups at all? I'm really surprised there's been no rapiers yet.
I mean, there are long dying.
It's 13,000 gold now on Shaker. Like, buy a Moonshot for somebody. XXS. I don't know if there's a better item than what he has right now, so I think that does make sense, but... Oh, it's also we're at the point where we can get another tier 5. Yeah, that would be very good.
I mean, this point you could maybe ditch the Necrobooks. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I feel like they're most useful for spamming into the bounce. It's not very often that they decide to force something. They are pushing away from it, which is fair. But, you know, maybe there's something that can help them like a massive team.
Timeless Helm of the Undying for the Shadow Fiend. Okay, so he will get his ulti off almost no matter what.
Hey, and what's that is this tournament now, right? Okay.
Oh, jeez. Somebody's fantasy points are going insane.
I think a lot of people, yeah, it's Ame, you know? He's probably like the second most picked carry after Yamato, probably.
And Moonshard bought an hour and 15 minutes.
That's two, sir.
Let's see how they hit my Gets the shard on the Shadow Fiend now. Rarely seen, but does have the cooldown reduction on raises per the enemy hero hit.
But you just got to swag, you know?
That is where we're at. That's where we're sitting. And another battle around the Roche Pit, which honestly doesn't even really matter that much anymore. Looking down bottom where there's more Necrobook creeps being sent to push out the bottom wave, which was also pushed out by Necro creeps. So
We've got both Malrine and Amar eyeing up the trying to decide if there's any value for swapping.
dude, you know what the actual item is that they should be buying? Is Helm. Helm of the Overlord. Because it stays alive in their backpack too.
Oh yeah, and just upgrade it?
Yeah,
I mean,
just,
he doesn't really have enough gold for it. He's only got 4,600.
well, I
you're
guess not
right.
for Amar, but like Earthshaker, for instance.
Oh,
you
I
know?
see what you're saying. Yeah, just grab a dragon. Check.
Yeah.
Can they handle Mega? I actually don't know.
I don't think they can, but if you send them behind a wave,
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
it
something up.
literally is just becoming an RTS. I think that's what's happening in this game. A smoke bot late game, and no way at this point to easily break the stalemate. Crit is almost at level 30, and given enough time, he can transition to that other core, but it's going to be a while. Amar pulls in,
Save.
catches one, roar used, Ame disrupted. Disrupted and saved. Now XM, Ame turns and hits, and the satanic turnaround is insane. Marge is still out. Coming in, it's not going to be enough. That is a dead Skitter. The control now onto Snake King. Oh, Amar does not have a buyback. He will actually in 3 seconds.
Yeah, his is coming back.
So they will be able to come back to defend this. TP away, not going to happen.
I feel like Amar thought about it. He thought about doing another RP to pull him further away from the Shadow Demon, but he didn't want to risk it. And then the bandage came out just at that
Cookie
moment.
off to the side. Crit trying to do what he can, but will eventually be stunned and killed.
Those are the
now
buybacks.
in the base, Ame! What? They pulled him all the way in. Amar with the buyback.
Brother Bear.
He's back there, and he is dead now. Does not want to have to use the buyback. There's shit happening up above, and suddenly Ame's in the fountain.
Get out of the well.
What?
What happened?
I mean, Amar just popped back, and Ame, like,
we know what happened, but
why is what you're looking for. Oh, that was, I mean, that should have been game right there. A late game flub. And a moment now where, you know, anything can happen. XM, if you manage to step down here, they find XinQ instead. They're trying to TP in on the Shaker. There's the RP connects onto two, but they didn't get the Shadow Demon. They didn't get him. Pulls him into the RP back. Oh, Omar, you're so sick. Skitter gonna get stunned for a moment. Can they find XM? Ame on top of him, hits immediately, but the save comes in from Skitter. It's not gonna be enough.
He's getting low though.
Skitter's in trouble, and XinQ, he has done so much in this game for his team, and another time where he does it again. Heels coming out for Skitter, trying to back out, but the arrow connects. He's gone. GG. We're going to a game number 3.
Oh, finally they have done it. After a mere 78 minutes, a GG is called in this one. And after all that, we still get one more match. Isn't that lovely?
Unbelievable.
How is he so relaxed looking on XinQ?
I think it's all a fake. Nobody's relaxed snaking. Nobody feels good at the end of that one.
No,
but we are going to be seeing a game number 3 as we head on back to the panel.
I would say we feel pretty good. I feel like the viewers as well feel pretty good having to see these two teams. Look, 78 minutes. Everyone loves it. A good game of Dota. Good. How would you describe it, Fear, exactly for this one? Because we ended up getting mega groups on both sides, which has felt like a rarity in a very long time. You got to re-roll a couple of tier 5 neutrals, but there were a lot of stalemates as well when it came to these team fights.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you play these high-stakes games, you're going to be in a position where there's a lot of team fight on both sides, a lot of refresh orbs, so you have to play very patient. Obviously, when you're in that situation, anyone who shows first is going to get some big team fight ult on them. Either it's getting echoed in the face or skewered backwards. So it's going to make these games very difficult to play, and initiation's going to become very key. And yeah, so if you end up showing, things can happen. You can die. It's going to be really reliant on who initiates, who has buybacks. All these small macro details come into play.
Yeah, so I'm just rewatching the team fight here because this was the one where Skeeter took 18,000 damage, I believe it was. And still lived for as long as he did. Like, this Pugna does so much, and overall I would say this Earthshaker was very impactful in the final fight that we saw. The fissures were really important to kind of stop this Pugna wanting to sit as far back and having that freedom to just continually have the Pugna suck.
There was so much patience on both sides. Like, everyone had a very clear view of like, okay, this is our win condition for the fight. Let's look for this very specific thing. This Magnus having to catch these horn toss skewers backs all the time. Shadow Demon knowing that he has to react to that with disruptions. Like, everyone had to play so specifically perfect, and then even then you can't account for everything, right? Like, there's some horn tosses back into like a skewer into, okay, we're blinking in to go fight now, but oh, here's a Fisher out of nowhere. Dude, there's no way to really explain just how hype and cool it was. Like, they were thinking a million things at once, and it's still, you get chaos everywhere.
Yeah, and also the way Extreme Gaming used, or I guess didn't use their buybacks to fly, because it's so easy. You die, okay, immediately buy back. Let's just keep this going. Let's have the numbers. But it felt like they actually didn't really buy back in quote-unquote important moments until that very end. There was one on the Earthshaker earlier, but yeah, they were very patient, holding them since the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, I think keeping your composure in a game this long and this stressful it's key for sure. And I kind of like having this rule where you wait at least 3 seconds before you press buyback
Oh,
at
yeah?
any given moment. Because yeah, the worst thing that can happen is you die, you insta buyback, enemies just back off, or the fight just disengages. And we didn't really see that. I think both teams they definitely had some kind of conversation about this at some point, that you shouldn't just rush to do it, and it showed.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. There was there a standout player though for you guys? It was for me, but how about you guys?
Zinq, easy.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious there. He did so much this game, whether he was just saving with disruption, but the fact he had Ags as well. We saw many fights where he just used it on Lifestealer, and Sven was just out man fighting the Lifestealer because he no longer had passives to Lifesteal anymore. So those two things just pretty much won every single team fight for them.
Anything else about the Shadow Demon? Yeah.
I just was mostly impressed with his positioning and ability to save. Like even I think towards the very end of the game, there was a fight where he got caught in like an RP refresher, but like the reason he's even moving back into that range is because he's like desperately trying to get his disruption off onto one of his cores and like saves their life and allows them to continue the fight even as the loss of his own. He was just so on top of it.
And there's something I was wondering, because I play a lot of save heroes myself, and there are situations where it's very hard to actually click the target, especially when he's moving. So when the target gets skewered back, for example, or tiny tossed in the air. So what you can do is you can actually click the portrait of the hero up top to save them, and that will always guarantee click them. So I wonder if that's something he did, because he got like mid-skewer disruptions, which is super clutch. So I wonder if he did that or he's just that good, but it was awesome to see.
You're gonna have to go back in to the TV and look at his mouse movement. You know,
Yeah.
he's just hovering over the hero portrait, just spamming his disruption to save them. It was so good. Well deserved MVP. I feel like one of the biggest reasons why this game went the distance it did. Obviously, both teams playing so well there, but we want to break it down. Maybe be a little bit more analytical here to that earlier part of the game. And for you, Fear, it was.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
That was
you
so long
remember
ago.
it? Like what?
Yeah, well, okay, well, we have a visual clip to show you as
Okay,
well.
yes.
So in case, no one else remembers it,
Oh, yeah,
we've got the
okay.
graphic and then the clip for you.
All right, this is one of the clips where I kind of wanted to showcase like this Magnus versus Shadow Demon and how important it is to actually catch the Shadow Demon in your initiations, as we saw when they didn't catch the Shadow Demon, on how much work he could do. So yeah, Amar in this particular clip here was able to catch 2 heroes, the supports, and this is where the game really kind of felt like, all right, Falcons have got things going on here, it's looking really good, and it really just did turn out to be, you need to get Jin Q in your initiations, because if you don't, he's going to save whoever you go on. And after that fight, it really felt like Jin Q was like, okay, I can't let that happen again.
Yeah.
And his positioning was immaculate, therefore, after.
Okay. And then for you, Fly, it was do you even does it feel like it plays a part into this when you have a 78-minute
I mean, it feels
game?
like eons ago.
Yeah, right?
This game, I mean, the game kept stalling out because people got Aegises and they lost them immediately. So
Right.
it happened earlier in the game.
Or stalling out Roche fights, 3 minutes, and then this magnificent moment here that you wanted to talk about was using.
I think it
the-
was just cool by Crit specifically to make sure the Roshan roars, which means the Sven took extra damage. It took a little bit longer to actually kill the Roche, and then Sven ends up losing the Aegis right afterwards. So I think it was just a cool mechanic to abuse because Falcons took the first Roche. So I thought it was like, Giga
No,
brain.
it definitely is. Just a different way to look at like how to use how to stall things out when it's like, okay, our team can't get it, but there is a way for us to be able to slow them down, make us in a better position to be able to counter that. And later on as well, something maybe slightly more relevant or slightly more fresh in people's minds was after the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, I remember there was a clutch team fight. I think it was almost like a 5-0 with constant like re-engagements. You're gonna see this fight where Sven gets a good jump onto the Magnus, even though he gets the RP off and doesn't die through the BKB. The fight still looks good, and there's gonna be a re-engagement here soon where the Sven gets gone on. You're gonna see the clutch disruption by Zinq throughout this entire game, and it buys that extra bit of time for the BKBs to wear off, the rage to wear off, where Shaker comes in and cleans up the fight, and then after that it's just hunting all around. There's some beautiful teamfight execution, and this kind of showcases what happens for the next 20-30 minutes. Wherever Extreme took a good fight, it was off the back of the Shadow Demon and the clutch initiations from Shaker and Sven. So beautiful Dota.
It does also bring the question around of the confidence they had. I don't know if confidence is the right word, but just leaving this Shaker in the pool to be picked up. They didn't look at banning it out in that first phase rare, and even we were questioning where exactly is it going to go, who really does feel comfortable on it, and where can it excel.
I was really impressed with XXS, mostly because throughout this tournament so far, I feel like I've only seen him playing heroes in a very defensive way, where we're talking about the 4P1 on Arme, but this game he really stepped up. We talked about how Earthshaker can take Ancients. He was taking the Ancients even as an offlane Shaker. They stacked for him, he took that, he built his Kaya, he built up to be a core, and then he took part in all of the mini fights that they attempted to have. You know, when we were stuck at like 6 to 6 kills. I really think it just shows that he's leveled up for this tournament, playing different versatile playstyles every single game. I do think, other than that one Fisher that split Arme off from their opponent, is pretty on point. Yeah.
No, it is nice because it was always this, you know, rushing for a Yules, rushing for a pipe, something that is there to help them. So I like it, just something different that they're displaying. They're able to win on it. This lineup was also something that was, you said, Fly, a slow lineup. You said it was a slow build-up. Do you think now in hindsight Falcons could have been a lot faster, could have gotten that high ground and potentially a win before a 70-minute mark?
Yeah, I think it was an interesting game because it felt like Falcons were trying to kind of progress the map and try to get a small advantage by, you know, buying Dominator, taking the early towers, but they were never able to really push it after getting that first Aegis. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe it's because there is so much off-map threat by the side of Extreme. Like, whenever you don't see the Shaker, if you show on the wave, he might just pop you instantly with a Mirana backup. So I do think Falcons should have tried to somehow get ahead on the map, but I'm not even sure how. It was not a simple game by any means. So well played by Extreme with it.
And what do you feel that game 3 could entail for us here? With your wise words.
It's really hard to say. Like, these games are very hectic and crazy. I guess the only thing I can say for almost certainly, it'll be a long one. Seems these two teams like to take it to the late game, and after watching that last game, I think you're just gonna up the stakes a little bit and try to either play a little more for that late game, whether it's the drafting, getting more heroes that can do that, because like it seems like winning games early is not really an option. So finding a way to get to that late game and having that better scale is probably what you're most likely thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, this game is now the longest game of this Road to the International, but also beats all of the games that were played at last TI when it comes to game length. So already, and we're only on day 2, so there's a chance for them to go even longer. Who even knows exactly what these two teams are going to be bringing to game number 3? Before we get to it though, let's have a little bit of a look back between Nomad and Crit before when they get to catch up for the Road to the International playoffs.
Team Falcons have been a force throughout the year, and I'm now joined by Crit to have a conversation about that. But firstly, Crit, you are now officially, currently, the player with the most consecutive TIs in a row. So,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, no, at the moment you are number 1. How's that feel?
Like I said, I didn't even know that. But, I mean, yeah, it's been a few, so yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think the difference is between, you know, TI6 OG Crit versus TI14 Falcons Crit? You know, how much have things changed?
That's a hard question. That's like half a lifetime, pretty much. I was very young. I don't even really remember that time. You know, it was so long ago. But a lot of experience, I guess. I guess the funny thing is, back then I was kind of like a favorite going into TI. And then I had like a big period in the middle when I was not favored at all. And then now we're kind of back to being a good team. So some things are just similar to back then and some things have changed. So.
All right, well, let's talk about this year on Falcon. It's been a really interesting year. I think, you know, a bit quiet from you guys compared to last year especially. But now things have really started to pick up for you guys. So what do you think you've figured out recently that's put you in this really good shape?
Just, we kind of found a format for us that we have had before, but we kind of lost. I think we're in pretty good individual shape as well in terms of like we're playing a lot of pubs, like everyone's playing well, and I think throughout the year we had like a lot of individual poor performances, which kind of hurt us. And we're a team that relies a lot on that. Like we need target players to perform well. Like that's part of how we play as a team and how we draft and everything. So we kind of got that back as well. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Like we just kind of stepped it up, and I think the confidence is there again because when we lost a lot, we're like not really sure why. Just winning kind of helps you regain that trust in each other and just gain confidence. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're a team that wasn't really used to losing before this year, to be honest. You formed, you started winning everything. You know, what was it like being in that position, and what kind of conversations did you have about mentality and dealing with those emotions at the time?
I wouldn't. It's more like an individual thing, to be honest. Like, cause like we're a new team, but we have like a mix of old players and young players, and like a very different level of experience on the team. Like me and Snay obviously have a lot of years of playing, and then Skitter's like a little bit more than the rest. But then it was Malreen's first year of like playing professionally, really, and then Amar was kind of in and out and had only really ever played on one good team. So it was a very mixed bag in terms of like who has experience and like what are we kind of helping each other with, and like what can we do to help each other. And like we also I can't go in there and tell them, oh, this is how it works, because that's how it works for me. You know, they kind of have to learn for themselves, like how to go through the motions and like what do you learn from each experience. And I think just sometimes you just kind of have to lose and just accept that everyone's like, you gotta trust that your teammates are working on it. And I think we just had to go through that, and I think it helped us.
So what about your position? I mean, how are you enjoying playing position 4 at the moment, and how open is it? You know, what can you do on that role?
It's not that open. It's not been that open for a while, to be honest. It's a pretty limited role. Pretty much ever since I joined this team, I feel like it's not been that explorative. But I think it fits me pretty well. Like, I understand the role. Yeah, it's nothing crazy, but like I'm still enjoying it. It's by far the role I enjoy the most.
Across all roles, do you think there's any hero which is going to be like kind of popping off at this international?
I think there's a few decent heroes. I mean, there's obvious ones like Naga and Nature's Prophet, which have been like just ridiculous for a long time now, and I think those are just strong for every team. And then there's some. I mean, we have some heroes. Other teams have their heroes. It's just there's a decent mix. I think it's a lot up to each team. Like, how do they want to approach it?
Excellent stuff. And finally, how motivated do you feel coming into this international? How badly do you want to get up on that stage and you know, show the world that Falcons are still the best?
I mean, I would say last year when I was in Denmark was very big for me, and I think that's probably the hardest loss I've had. So I'm determined to bounce back here.
Excellent, Fred. Thank you so much for coming to talk to me, and good luck at this international. Thanks.
There you have it. Crit himself, at least, definitely wants to bounce back off the last year. They obviously went in favorites after having such a dominating year. This time around, though, it's a little bit back and forth. Some people still think they're going to hit that form, other people not so much. But right now, XG and Falcons, it feels like they're very evenly matched. Our best of 3 is 1 apiece. And our most recent games here, going all the way to both Mega Creep on Mega Creep, 78 minutes. And yeah, the only thing you said you could say for certain is this third game is also going to go the distance.
High probability. Yeah. I mean, just looking at all the games in general so far at this Road to International, they all have been very long and very close. And this one I'm expecting to be another great game, especially because these are some of the best teams so far we've seen, obviously, with the Swiss format. Going in 2-0, they both want to get that third win very badly, and they're both pretty neck and neck. So that's kind of like what you expect from a Swiss format. Both the teams, every match is going to be very close.
Do they have the stamina, though, to go for another long game? Because I was really
Whether they have it or not, it's probably going to happen.
I mean, yeah, but I was looking at last game, and I'm thinking, like, okay, you have a Sven that has to play against, like, 2 E-Blades on the supports, like, Deep Crap, 2 BKB piercing stuns, blah blah blah. Like, anytime we watched the replays of these team fights, the positioning of everyone was so like tight and clean. There's like Lincoln's is being put out onto Arme, like the microseconds between like stuns coming out, all of these different like Satanic having to purge stuff, Lotus is having to be put on, so on and so on. Like, this guy's constantly having to like fight through everything, and it feels like the mental drain to keep on top of that for 70 plus minutes. Like, how do you even get to a third game and go long and have to do that again? Do they have it? Like, this seems hard. How do you guys do it?
Yeah.
Say that.
Not anymore. You're a dad now.
So they are.
Hard.
For sure, these games are very draining. You have to stay focused, and if you lose focus, you know, you might just ruin the game, basically, right? You be out of position, and Shadow Demon, the entire game crumbles. So for sure, it is very taxing, but you know, it is what these guys do, right? Like,
Yeah.
we play Dota all day, come here and show the best gameplay you can possibly have.
I do see what you mean, though, where it's like, yeah, the games could go long, but do we try and drop? Do we try and play in a style that is going to give us that opportunity to close out by the 20 to 30 minute mark? Do we try and have that lineup so we're not waiting for things like slow pressures, but able to take control of more of the map?
I think Dota is not really in that state anymore. It's very hard to finish games. There's so many glitches. There's always the map is too large, where it's very hard to close off all the entire map. That means like everybody's still gonna get farmed somewhere, and they're gonna get their items somewhere, and they're gonna be able to take a fight at some point, which is great because everybody gets to have more fun, more items, more levels. But it does mean that the games take longer to finish. Unless you stomp 3 lanes, I would say every game is going to go average 35 minimum. That's the bare minimum.
Unless it's a severe outdraft and outplay, like winning in 25 minutes is pretty unheard of.
Unless you're Tundra and you buy 3 helmets to dominate.
Yeah, if you win 3 lanes without like push heroes, maybe.
Yeah, the two evenly matched in this series for us to feel like that is that potential. And with our game number 3 draft, there is a change-up. Naga Siren had been banned in game 1 by Falcons themselves, even though they had that first pick. In game number 2, he banned back from gaming, and now Falcons decided, let's take out the Beastmaster, alright? Let's start with a different opening, and there it is. We finally get to see her.
Didn't they also put Dawn into first phase as well?
Yeah.
Because, again, we're seeing Extreme with last pick, just like game 1. But I think in game 1, Dawnbreaker was banned in the second phase of ban. So yeah, she's been pushed up in priority. Extreme, I think they did the same bans as game 1, where they took out the second and then, yeah, I'm not saying.
Yeah, they're exactly the same.
I think we should mention Naga is part of the reason why this hero is coming down is because it's one of those heroes that just warps the game. It adds elements that you're not used to. And what I mean by that is that the Naga player, if they're good, and a lot of these guys, they probably play good Naga, you can deny every rune from 2 minutes, 4 minutes, like it changes the mid lane already. You use it to scout the entire map, you use it to push waves. So it gives you so many play options, as well as a save later on in the song. It's a game warping hero. There's not too many of those that completely change the way you're gonna have to play, and you're gonna have to address her. And it's not that simple, which is why she's just getting banned. She's plainly annoying. It's an annoying hero. So I want to see, Snaking how well he plays this hero. I think it is something that he's good at because he plays micro heroes in general. And I want to see what they do to address, especially the pressure that she can add by sending illusions to the mid lane.
There is still that, special thing about Falcons picking up the Naga is that Skeeter loves it. I'm not saying that it is good on carry, I'm not saying it's going to go there, but it is still just at least some percentage of Yufia that has to think about it when you're on the side of extreme gaming.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep in the back of your mind, but probably stay there because I think this hero, unless you see all 5 heroes and they have no way of dealing with it, maybe it just... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Naga. I think it just does way more on the support. And I think if we're looking at team fighting and stuff like that, this here's like a combo breaker. So if you go like all in for a big team fight type of lineup, this hero will bail you out. And there's also other heroes you can pair with it that you can just add to team fight. I mean, Enigma comes to mind. Enigma and Naga, I've seen so many of these like matchups where it's just crazy easy team fight execution. But there's a couple others you can pair with it. But what I'm getting to is most games I've seen with Naga, they go pretty late just because you can't find that clean initiation as we saw in like the last game as well. So both teams are probably thinking about how they can deal with the issues presented already. They both have already shown a lot of team fight, already even more here. And I kind of like this one against Naga as well because the sleep doesn't help if you're outside of the range, right? If you're shooting the kisses from afar with an arena, Song's not going to help too much in that situation.
The only nerf that Naga got was on the slow, right, for Deluge?
I believe so. The sleep radius, I think, might have been either cooldown or radius. I think something got hit again.
She's so strong. I think I watched a bunch of replays with her, and I think the most offensive thing, genuinely, was like you can play this hero as a support, and Deluge does so much damage, like later on, that you're just killing range creeps, like from full. And melee creeps are losing like 50% of their HP. To have the power to send illusions out and have that much effect on the creep waves and how the map looks is criminal.
Hey, look. Great to hear you said Naga and Peter broken. They got wolf.
Dude, like, we just had to remind them of what they said before we're at the International by playing that, and they're like, oh yeah, we forgot about that, we should play them.
There's like so much vision to have on the map when you can have these illusions out. Not only can they push waves into the enemy to force them to have to push them out and show heroes, but you're also able to give your nature's money or find heroes with your illusions and then have the nature go on that. Wow, horrible amount of map play they have right now with Falcon.
And I like the idea behind this kind of taunting the enemy, like here you can have all these amazing heroes and it's still gonna beat you. I think it takes some confidence, you know, because it's very easy to come in and be like, we're just gonna permaban these OP heroes and, you know, whatever, like we'll deal with something else. But they take a different approach. They decide to ban the Chen, and I think this is actually turning out to be a pretty good Mars game. Maybe unintentionally, but I think Mars is fantastic against Hoodwink because he cut down the trees. She cannot scurry away if you have a catcher. I think Prophet gets a good lane against Mars, but in the game, Mars is decent because Arena is good against range carries. So it's turning out to be a pretty good Mars game, and now they have the Shadow Fiend and the Snapfire, so they have everything set up for another on the last pick here, to be honest.
There's a very fine line between confidence and stupidity, I think. So we'll have to see at the end of this game, but there's a lot of good heroes that are not competitive. But as you mentioned, we still have a lot of great heroes in the game. It's how do you team fight with this? Very difficult, and I think that's where Falcons could shine here, is just by kind of avoiding the team fights, playing with the Naga, just getting catches with Hoodwink, you have NP who can always go in as well. You're probably not wanting to match this team fight head on, most likely. So we'll see what they end up choosing here.
By the way, with the Beast being put in the first phase ban for Falcons, like after them banning it out, it does mean that they let through the Bane, something that they had banned out in that Game 1 and Game 2. Next year we see it, they like it, they pick it up. And so I feel like we should talk about Bane a little bit here and like why it is favored and what it can add to the other 3 heroes that have been picked up.
Yeah, Rhea.
Oh, sure, yeah. I do think it's pretty rough that they're letting Bane through, but banning Disruptor, because usually that's the hero you pick against Bane, right? You want a long-range way to disrupt the ult. The hero's strong, and right now I don't think Falcons on Primal are gonna have to get played, because then you have your BKB. I mean, it's not like Bane can buy BKB, but you have your like ult stun. You can start with a blink on that. Buy your BKB. I feel like.
I think you just buy Ags nowadays, right? With BKB.
Yeah, you get the Ag.
It's like a BKB.
Yeah, like early game it's gonna be on Primal to find these things, but it's annoying. I don't know why they get to do Disruptor there.
And this Primal Beast felt like almost the last stunner hero that these guys play because everything else is banned out.
That's Mallory's third most played off the Sanking Earthshaker, right?
Yeah, the Sanking Shaker, Money, Tango, Beast are all banned, and these are very like standard Falcon going heroes. So I feel like from the extreme side, it's very targeted, right? It's a very Falcon specific ban, all of these. And Primal, yeah, this guy plays probably the best Primal out of everyone.
Yeah, I agree.
His wave, the way he deals with the mid-wave pulling is crazy. Like, it's very high skill what he does.
And I think that's one of the reasons why he picked it, because Shadow Fiend's just like, you don't try to beat this hero in lane. It's too difficult. So he picked a hero that doesn't have to. He can just wave cut, right? And he's very good at it. And then later on in the game, it's very easy to gank the Shadow Fiend. So I think if he can get enough out of the lane here, and Crit just makes a couple rotations, very easy to kind of just kill the Shadow Fiend at that level, or anywhere between like 5 and 7 minutes probably.
I mean, we've seen Extreme Gaming respond to heavy mid lane pressure though as well, like bringing more and more heroes. Like Maz is not shy to just come mid too, because I can see that happening, right? Quick rotations, you have a Nature's Prophet TP in as well. If Falcons bring a lot of heroes to mid, we've seen that Extreme do not care, and they will also bring a lot of heroes to mid.
Yeah.
So we may see a lot of that happening early game.
On my last pick, when you got
Ursa?
yeah, Ursa.
It's a pretty good Ursa game. It's a good pair match against Prophet. Should have a good lane this game. Dortmund was great
On
against
a anti-mage, it's good.
I mean, anti-mage can be good against Doom. Some lanes you can really punish him. I think this is a hard AM lane, right? Because Hoodwinks
Yeah.
deal too much damage.
And then there's your classic
What about
Medusa.
PL? What about Cat?
Medusa is banned.
Oh, yeah. Good guy there.
Yeah.
I mean, Ursa does sound like the most logical. Good
Wraith
hero in the
King.
meta. Wraith King. Is that hero playable?
I don't know. Hey, he doesn't have his Sven, you know, that's another stunner for his Shadow Fiend.
Just fight home with a Dominator.
Hey, kind of has to just be Ursa at this point. Anti-mage would be way
He has spoken,
greedy.
yeah. This was the obvious call. It should have been Juggernaut, but you know.
Yeah. We can dream.
We can't dream, and for Extreme Gaming fans, are they dreaming of a win for Extreme Gaming here?
Yes, they are.
Why? Because you favor Falcons?
I mean, you called them extreme gaming fans, so of course they're dreaming.
Okay. That's not what I was trying to imply. I was just trying to say that they're going to be an undefeated 3-0 team. Our first one.
I'm not sure. I think looking at their draft, it looks promising. It's both these lineups look good, and I think both teams got exactly what they wanted. I can't really like predict who's going to win this one because I don't see any like big holes in either draft. I think Falcons has a really fast draft, and this is how they love to play, and it fits them really well. And Extreme, same thing. Ame got his last big carry. They've got a lot of team fight that can back them, so I like both lineups here.
Okay, well then outside of maybe predicting the game win, Fly, maybe you can just give me some insight on how you expect the lanes to go out when you see these teams, knowing how equally matched they are.
I mean, I think Prophet will get off to a good start, and if he gets off to a good start, he can probably help the other lanes a little bit. So that's what I want to see. I want to see Prophet getting off to a good start, helping his offense specifically. I want Maureen to be rotating around and maybe attacking more this Extreme Gaming safe lane and not let Hame have like a completely free game. I think that is their best way to win this game.
And what about base up Rare?
I feel like we'll see Extreme do the same thing where they just try and hold their tier 1 towers as much as possible and let Ame do that circle thing for like
16
15
minutes.
Yeah, until he's ready to go fight.
It did work out for them. They had some really good leads when he was able to do that. But yeah, so they want to hold that tower. We're favoring maybe just this slight potential aggression coming out from Falcons. But either way, I'm sure we're going to be in for a very great game number 3. You guys still want to just anyway put it out there where you think the series is going to go?
I'm gonna go with Extreme on this one.
Okay.
And I'm here for the fans. We're all winners.
Okay, of course. You're gonna take that one out there. I'm here for the Dota, but I'm also here to listen to our commentary duo. It is a lyrical and track.
Thank you so much, Nat. We're just getting stretched and
Yep.
ready here
Yep.
to get everything underway. Got to do some toe touches.
Whoa.
You know, that's how that stuff goes.
I would do that too, but I'm wearing Crocs. Because I'm not trying to impress anyone anymore. I have 3 children.
I knew this was going to happen. So there we're going. Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Come on. You got it. That
Yeah,
almost
see?
kicked me in the face. We're going to have to
That's
get Owen up here. He's going to have to take over, but we're good to go. Game number 3. It's going to be madness. I
I was egged on by production.
That's right. They told you to do
They
it.
made me do it.
So we're looking for some crazy stuff. KDA Ruin Day successful. That's all Skitter cares about.
That actually is true.
They're in here for the memes.
They brought him back down to earth.
And they did it again by taking the Doom, but Extreme, they have the answer to that. One of the few heroes that actually can kind of deal with the Doom. You can outplay him if you get that enrage off in time.
Simply outplay your opponents. That's actually the name of the game here. Not too many surprises, I would say, as you heard the panel saying. You know, we got the Bear at the end. Versus been looking pretty good this tournament. We got Malrine on the Primal Beast, and I got to agree with the panel. I think he is the best Primal Beast, and certainly a great player hero combo to watch. If you're interested in Primal Beast, he's a newer hero. I'm sure a lot of you haven't played too much of him. It's Malrine who I would go to if you're looking for replays.
Probably he's got it like 4 years.
Yeah, well, buddy, we don't have that many. He's still new.
Like, I know we're old, but that's fair. It's a good point. And Primal Beast can also do this, which is nice to see. It's like the ultimate, and you don't have to lane anymore.
Yep.
He takes his bottom wave.
They don't use that anyway.
Oh, that is gross.
Honestly, that was a bold play versus Bane, because often teams
Oh my
like
God.
they look for this, eh?
Dude, and then Amar takes over mid, and then Malrine's just gonna grab the next wave.
This is good. This is shenanigans right here.
That is sick.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they were talking about on the panel, right? Like, just we don't lane. We talked a lot about dishonest lanes
Yeah.
in a lot of our casts. We haven't gotten any. We've had very boring lanes. But Mallory does this all the time with the Primal Beast. He'll grab it, he'll heal off and bring it to a camp, right? Because he'll just farm the camp at the same time. He's not going to wait for it this time. Oh, he's already got clarity running, so we can go for the next one. We're just going to ignore that the other core's dying.
Yeah, see, this is what you get when you lane normally, okay? You just die. Nobody wants to do that. Instead, they now have the Doom running back bottom. XM lets one creep through. And immediately gonna run through now.
And there's no counter. You can't just run and chase this guy down. There's nothing to gain.
That's so frustrating to play against, I swear. Okay, well, that's what's going on mid. Let's check out these other lanes and see what's going on. Crit, in the meantime, was able to just get not really that much wave experience, but tried to find a couple of denies here and there. Wasn't able to get any, obviously. And Amar comes into the lane level 2, but will eventually need that help from the Prophet, like the panel was talking about.
Yeah, the Prophet and Naga Siren. You know, that's a combo. Those are two heroes who have been very highly contested and not often seen throughout these games, particularly the Naga Siren. This is only the second game of the entire tournament because she's just banned every single time. So very surprising to see it slip through, but you know, that's what tends to happen. Get to game 3, certain heroes really annoying you, and maybe you're willing to roll the dice on something that appears to be a little bit more broken, but they haven't necessarily proven themselves on yet.
And also X-Nova getting the Bane through. So a couple of heroes that we have not seen a lot of, and this, like you were talking about earlier, stops any lane pull shenanigans from happening. So bottom has to be a straight up sort of normal laning scenario.
Which is okay for the duo. I mean, they've got Doom and Hoodwink, you know?
Yeah.
Hoodwink's totally fine playing like this.
Meantime, up top, it is going to be ZinQ and XXS paired together.
Valorant just runs through the tower. It takes like 4 shots to grab the wave.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do? Right, lane against a Shadow Fiend sounds terrible.
It's true. I mean, the downside, Shadow Fiend's getting a lot of CS.
It's true.
You know, Shadow Fiend, good at also farming stacks. So you are putting the XM into a position where you can certainly get off to a very good start. But Primal Beast is much better at flexing a good start into like this lane, going to the lane, having good activities and actions. But Shadow Fiend has some help, right? It has some pre-rust and stuff inside. Actually set up for rotations.
Actually, after playing the wave all the way over to that camp, does manage to take it down, but now has to walk back because he's missing a whole wave mid. He's pressuring into his tower, force out the blip. Not exactly what he wanted there.
Couple of denies. That is 4 denies, I believe.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I mean, he's gonna have a good time, but you're not stopping.
To be clear,
Primal.
it's deserved.
Yes.
Okay, let's just make that very, very clear.
Look at this, still bringing 3 heroes mid.
He looks like a Huskar right now. The way his opponent is playing, you know, like guy's never in lane, he's running away, he's just standing on the high ground, all swag-like.
And also, they make the move over, so ZinQ takes the bounty rune away, and then obviously the other water rune taken as well. Now they're going to try and find a punish here. ZinQ just tangos through, and he will be perfectly okay. Have not seen as many of the stacks being built in this one, though. At least not as of yet.
Yeah, we'll come later, I'm sure, with the Naga Siren and the need for the Primal Beast to probably catch up a little bit here. Because he's already starting to fall behind. And painful to have a very expensive couple of charges that came out of this bottle. Because it is not looking like it's getting filled anytime soon.
No, they're taking away all the runes. Super frustrating to play against. XXS clears through that camp, pulls it in. It is, you know, Trent, I hate to say it this early, but I feel like we're going to 60 minutes.
It's just the one kill in 5 minutes for the 3rd game in a row. Yeah.
I don't know. I just have this feeling. To be fair, it could like really speed up in this one with the Primal Nature's Prophet. I feel like that fast tempo is something that's very much there.
Well, we often say that it's game 3 where you often get like one side, and then the game 3 is really slow and everyone takes their time. But we've had 2 games of slow and takes their time. So I don't know if that means that somehow we get even slower, or maybe that flips the script and we get a real quick one.
A little bit of a connection there onto Ame. Xingqiu made the move over towards mid. They're not going to be able to keep that catapult alive there any longer as Mar is getting his last hit and heading away. You can see they've done a lot of damage to this tower, now finding the level 6, but the cookie is there, and instead Requiem. Ooh, Malrine realizing that could have been bad very quickly. So will back away. X-Nova steals a haste and is actually going on the hunt right now, kind of. Can't do anything to Malrine there.
Hunt for a watcher.
Yeah.
They're pretty hard to miss. And immediately sentries down, thinking, oh, that Bane definitely warded, but he did block your camp, and you did not notice. So maybe a misstack opportunity here. And right now, it's going to be a missing tier 1 tower. It's again the Shadow Fiend is crushing down that middle lane much earlier this time. XM kind of failed to finish it early last time as they charged through on Ame.
Before level 6, this is a nice one. Oh my god, X-Nova? No, okay, couldn't do it.
Is he going to be an extra kill here?
They're hoping for it. Immediately, Tang goes through. Malrine pulverized, moving into range. Oh, and gets him right there.
Dedication right there.
But that's what you want to see if you are a Falcons fan. Getting active, getting involved. They don't get the SF kill, but do manage to take down the bear.
Big old wave coming in as Skitter returns to the top lane as well here as XX tries to hunt him down a little bit. He's close to 6, but not quite there. So he's going to drag the wave way back. And, we could see a rotation here though, right? Thank you. He's got 2 points. He's got lots of damage to add to the arena. It's going to be ready in a second. Assuming he doesn't leech too much of this XP.
Looks like understanding that that is the case, Skitter immediately runs out of the lane and is going to head off to jungle a little bit.
So they got 2 empty lanes at this point. It's 7, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
We got Prophet can't lane top. Primal never laned mid. But he takes the bottom tier 1 tower, so...
And they're
some
still,
vengeance.
like, even on net worth, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that seems reasonable. X-Nova stacking up camps. That one is blocked out. Threw on a sentry.
They're stealing a stack here as well. Walk in and take it. So XM gets some gold.
That tier 1 tower getting close to falling.
Yeah, XM doesn't even just walk to the tower to like worry about a play. He's just going into the jungle. He's got his Bane to cover him.
I mean, this is what he did last time, too. It was a kind of cool move. That time around, he was stealing stacks from the Beastmaster. As Malrine wants to clean up ancients here. And an odd position for XG to be in. Ame is bottom of the cores right now in terms of net worth. Still looking eyes towards Battle Fury, but it's going to be a ways away.
It's off to the ancients here. He's gonna realize, oh, hold on. Fooey.
Yeah, that should sit good. Doesn't feel good hitting these.
So that's a half new shout.
That's right. Skitter still underneath his tower. And in terms of abilities to make plays around the map, you kind of need 6s on these supports. You know, X-Nova only level 4. Snapfire is close. Xingqiu maybe could make some type of a play with Mars, but going for the Yules, XXS is still pretty far away from that to happen.
Oh, he swapped over. He's going blank.
Yeah, that makes sense. God, Ame's low, almost dead to those ancients there.
Yeah, I like the Yules last time because he at least had like a little bit of help with the initiations, but I think you got to go blank this time.
Yeah.
Especially with a Prophet, you know, some extra benefit there because you know he's going to be a little bit greedier in some of those movements. Maybe catch a mid-charge Primal as well.
Mars just running around with the speed aura too on him, so it's very hard to get any kills there. And more farm denied out whenever they can, but it is feeling very much like the type of game where if they can get a Mar here, things would be nice. He did this little pull action, They're setting up on him. Not an
I
easy
don't think they
go.
can get him. I mean, they have kisses here too. So, oh, there we go.
Yeah, got the nightmare. And that's enough to set up for it. Spear, kisses, Amar down.
I don't think they needed Arena, but really want to ensure they got it. As Crit's in trouble. Psych.
No. Moves in, kills Ame.
Okay. I thought that was going to get turned around on, but the net into ulti was more than enough to help with Deluge.
Dude, poor Ame. He's been bullied down this game so far. Really not able to do what he wanted. X-Nova does find himself one. Snake King misses the second raise
Snap's
on
coming.
XM.
Cookie maybe, but the creep's getting in the way. X7 can catch up. There was something there. But I think the creep block meant there was no cookie if it was done.
Snake King's still hunting this a little bit.
I mean, he's still as well. Here comes Doom.
Rit has ult too. XM needs to get out. They realize what's happening.
They are so comfortable. We got 4 heroes on the screen right now at 11 minutes.
And this is what you love as an Asian rock. This is why this hero can feel so good at times. Because while all this action is happening, posturing around the map, potential for fights, Skitter is just away and can show up at any time if he needs to.
I will say they don't have any boards, which I always like about the top ones.
Oh yeah. Be nice. And that play right there is going to start adding up over time. That XM's getting the creeps low so that way Ame can farm just a little bit faster. One raise, but not enough to finish it.
Average Ame fan with him in their post.
No Doom skill yet for Mar.
He's still holding the point.
Is gonna run into some trouble. Now Primal's behind him. Arena down, Spear connects. Big damage, big kisses, and Amar has Doom ready. Oh, he jukes it! Q can't find the angle. Oh, but the spear, does he have it? It takes. Looking for the angle, and he misses! He's too quick! Oh, and Success jumps in, but there's the turnaround, the hit and the Doom! They find their man. If they need to, they can reset this afterwards with the Song of the Siren.
There it is.
Run back into
I think
it.
this is get out.
Yeah, I don't think you can do this. You've got to go.
I see the logic. He was like, I'm going to throw the spear. If I miss, I'm going to blink stun.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Unfortunately for him, he needed to blink spear because Malrine was too close.
Right. Whew. What a battle.
And now, jumping in.
Oh my god.
Three.
Oh, joking. Just kidding.
Malrine passes ball up to Lamar, so we ball up, go there first too. Pulverize, of course, a very low cooldown spell.
Yeah.
So he's already back in it with a smoke, hunting for someone to grab.
Are they getting enough done with this Primal right now? I mean, he's starting to drop off the face. Okay, well.
I mean, that's canceled.
Yep.
Next success coming in. Doesn't have a blink though. It gets hit by a deluge, so
it's
no
never
ability to
been
grab
either.
her.
But as we see, Ame still working on that Battle Fury.
I mean, they're probably going to smoke again in a second for XG just because they have the grip. Like, when the kisses come back. Although, are they out of smokes? I think they are, actually. Oh, they got one. No, they don't.
Success working towards a Glimmer next, interestingly. And Malrine not quite quick enough there to find the connection. Did not have Pulverize up. There is that smoke for XG now. Everywhere you look, it's just Naga Siren Illusions getting spammed around. And in the later stages of this game, eventually, there will also be some Nature's Calls being spammed around by Skitter, but probably a little while before that happens.
Oh, Battle Fury done. No more help needed for Ame. No helm before his Battle Fury this time, as I heard from his Animage game.
That's right. At the very least, it's not happened yet. So, 15 minutes, and Midas bought for Doom.
Oh, Snake's gonna walk right into X-Nova.
The drums, X-Nova spots him. Meanwhile, bottom, they find Malrine. Does have an amp damage. Could have maybe got a little bit sketch, and Arena Does he have the damage to kill him in time? Spear out, find him, dead.
Yeah, they're gripping Snay. He's dead too.
Ooh.
Almost slithered his way away in the nighttime, but does get spotted out there as he tries to farm one more camp and dies.
I don't know, man. The way this is going, I feel like XG, they might have the juice here to get it done.
I feel like they haven't gotten much of their stuff online yet, though, for Falcons. You know, like the Prophet's kind of been
That's true.
inconsequential.
AFK, can we take a look at damage done real quick?
He's throwing out ultis, you know.
I don't know if he was. Yeah, he's
At 1.8, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's true. Shadow
He's
Fiend
about
is
the Shadow
less.
Fiend.
That might change right here.
Yep.
Oh, that's a big one. XM tries to walk away. Malreen's still on the hunt. No more pulverize.
Ambitious.
Gets himself out of trouble.
The 20-minute timing or so of like going for Roche, going for Tormentor, that looks like it's gonna be a little bit difficult for Falcons to fight. They're gonna have to have really good vision from their Naga Siren, and the Song is gonna be crushed.
Yeah, Song can turn things around a lot, though. Speaking of which, Snake King in a bit of a tricky spot there as XM cleans him up. And XM has really stepped up on these past two games. I really like his Shadow Fiend.
He's been doing very well. Same as ZinQ as well, right? Like
Yeah.
all over the map right now with the Snapfire. Kiss is coming back up at 20. Can get aggressive again. Has so many good combos this game. Stealing some farm from his mid.
As you do.
The usual. Now, do they want to Roche before Tormy, or they can wait it out? X-Nova's prepping. He drops a ward on a sentry that's hidden in the trees from the Dire here.
And that is there early. And now they show up. X-Nova's in the area, but everybody on Falcons was there too.
X-Nova, he's making a play. He's gonna lurk. He's trying to cut a hole that he can hide in.
ZinQ is now in trouble too. All right, things getting very weird. ZinQ is dropping and going to die.
X-Nova's still stuck in behind.
Yeah.
Gets spotted on the op sentry combo here from the Dire.
And now they know when they're gonna get him. Wow. Yeah, he's Nightmare walking away. It'll work. Don't worry, buddy.
Maelstrom couldn't bring the creeps over in time for the kill. Are you ready to flip-flop the Falcon side now, or no? You're still feeling it?
Well, yeah, they want to fight, so maybe Falcons are good.
Well, with how it's been going, we only get one fight every 10 minutes, so that might have been really important.
I like it.
Fastest BKB this this tournament?
That's pretty
Whoa.
sick.
18 minutes?
Dude, that'd be a good bit. You just have a caster that every time something bad happens, you just like, you switch sides. You're like, oh,
They can't win.
now.
It's impossible.
Nightreign down bottom, runs into XM. Then they realize they don't want to fight each other, and so they back out. It does look like with Amar and Crit kind of playing together here, this could be a just gank squad beatdown moment. If Ame's not careful. They get him with the bushwhack into the tomb.
That's wild.
And now the cookie, but it won't matter. BKB out and maybe can find a follow-up kill here.
It's funny because you said that and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard though because they don't have to blink on Doom. There's no stop. Like you've got to hit the
Naga
bushwhacks.
illusions. It makes the difference. And now you go too far and you die to ZinQ.
Oh man, you know the arena saved as well because it killed the trees which stopped the bushwhack from killing ZinQ there.
That was big.
Which is exactly what Fly said on the pin.
Smoke claimed and 20-minute mark. You know where they're going.
You know what? They look like they're going right for that Tormentor.
Can they kill it in time? It's dropping low. They're going to be too late to come up and contest this. Oh my god, they are so low though. And it's Malreen who picks it up.
I mean, I hope they're getting out of there because they're coming.
I think Crit might die. Yeah, he's gone.
How squirrely can this squirrel? Not very squirrely.
He's stuck around just a second too long. 2K gold lead for Falcons, and Malreen the one that gets the shard. He too is working on a BKB, and their timing is going to hit pretty hard. right away out of fog.
Yeah, very nice. That's what you gotta do for sure. And it's so innocuous, these Naga illusions, right? You never know if it's just one that's like scouting for something important or it's just slithering by because it's trying to catch waves.
Yeah.
So you can't treat everyone as like, oh, I have to run away now or else you'll never farm anything.
Yeah. I think in the later stages of the game, probably you can do that. Ame, there's many heroes here. They find him again. Bushwhack in trouble, dead.
Hoodwink, still got it.
Yeah, I don't even know what you do against that, man. That's pretty brutal.
It's the boomerang.
I guess the main thing is just like sort of play with your team to try and find objectives and maybe they can help cover it, but I think it's too early for that.
It feels bad to think you have to be farming behind towers the entire match right now.
Yeah.
There's that big EKB from Nightreign. The usual for the old primal beast.
But you know the one thing about this too, though,
Tell
is
me.
that in spite of those like very important kills that they're taking on to Ame, the separation between him and the highest core in the game is only like 2,500 gold.
Yeah.
It's still very, very close here.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Their BKB timings will also matter a lot. There's a smoke now coming.
As it arrives right now, as you just said that, makes sense. So he's going for an earlier BKB this time, grabbing it before the Aghanim's, knowing that he kind of needs it. And we're going to have triple BKB? No, we're not going to have triple BKB because you're going to overdash it first on there. Fair enough, right? They're trying to play for anything, and they want Aegis for that. He's playing with a winning mindset.
Looks like crit maybe is going to be the one that they have to spend everything on. So another death for the squirrel.
Did you go to the closest bathroom near our setup here?
I didn't.
Oh, well, there's a mirror in there, and on it it says you're looking at a winning mindset.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very
That's really
motivational.
nice.
So I think that, you know,
They need
if
to go
the
to the
players
bathroom?
go to that,
Okay, I
more
see.
likely they're going to win their matches, I think.
Do you feel excited, like you have a winning mindset afterwards?
No.
Okay.
No, it just made me think of like live, laugh, love.
Yeah, okay. You weren't feeling it as much.
I was not so much.
Those are the types of things you have to buy into them a little bit, you know? Like, if you really believe live, laugh, love, that hits hard.
That's true.
Well, they see more illusions coming in, spamming out the side waves. And Ame, Basher, done. Queuing up Shard and then going afterwards for BKB.
Just oh my god, we got like 8 impactful items right now. Every timing is being hit across the board right now.
And nobody is fighting. All of the items
so
to fight.
unusual for the rest of the series.
Everything you could want, and they're just like, no, I'm good, okay.
Naga Siren is so annoying because she presents that exact same scenario of the 60-minute game, but it's just the whole game.
Yes.
Where it feels like there's always like, oh, there's the buybacks, and there's this spell, and that spell. But she is just a constant of just like, well, there's song.
Yeah.
And like, what if the song happens? Then
Right, you can't fight into the song.
over.
You can't do it. They keep sending out these illusions, scouting this area, and last time that happened, Ame died. Although they are heading down bottom now, okay. XXS realizes, I don't want to be here.
I mean, at what point are they about to just go do Roche's Falcons, right? Because you know you want to deny this from the Ursa.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think they're gonna do it.
They're just gonna leave it like dangling.
Yeah, I think
Come and get it.
because like again, it's like first move disadvantage. You know,
Famous.
if you're set up there, it's easier to play defense.
He's setting up in his new home.
And
It looks so dreary. Why does he leave the summer?
yeah,
You know?
gotta go back to work.
I think as the game goes on, maybe as he respawns, there's more decorations inside.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
little portraits hanging on the wall. Like a picture of his old Roche pit.
Like maybe an espresso bar or something. I like
It's a little
that.
machine in there. And then while while he's idling, he just kind of turns around and makes coffee.
I like this.
Yeah,
Yes,
these
he
are
should
good
be
ideas.
doing things. He can spruce up a little bit.
Oh, and then he wears like a little chef hat while he's doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, he cooks a little bit.
Maybe an apron. An apron would be better, I think.
How about both?
Okay.
Why
I
are we
like that.
stopping? You
Yeah.
know?
Dare to dream. I love this.
He was looking good.
Oh, if he's an actual barista, which our production just said, he could have a mustache too, like a really long wax tip mustache.
Yeah, okay.
This is what we need.
I mean, these are the ideas we can come up with, but nothing's happening.
We can come up with even more. It's not a problem. Who would be the hero that Roche would invite over to his new shindig for the espresso?
I mean,
bar?
definitely not. They are not.
No.
They are not chill.
No, it's somebody. You know what it'd be? It'd probably be Naga Siren. She like chills
that's
everything
true.
out a little bit.
She is the one that most stops Roche from dying.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a friend. Oh my God, they're going in. X-Nova, look out! The battle is commencing. Okay, it's over. And oh no!
Whoa!
Yeah, he wanted to stop it, but ends up. in a bit of
This game's too serious. How are we not voice lining after that?
That's a good point.
Come on, guys. Try to
I-
couple out there.
So this is the thing too, right? Like this is the moment where one of these teams has a clear path to getting all the way to TI itself.
The bear.
Bear. They got him. Oh no. Doomed. Dead 70 seconds, and now you go Roche.
Oh, imagine he gets a big bear skin Ursa rug. That would go hard in the pit.
And Snake King on this Naga Siren just betraying the only friend of Roche.
Hey, he's not there.
That's right.
You know, Roche doesn't
Just
know.
looking on, not stopping it either. You could stop this, Snake King. You could stop this manhandling that's happening. Unbelievable.
Too busy farming it up.
They are smoking. Are they gonna try and come and contest this?
I mean, you can chuck some kisses in here. Oh, they
Dude,
know.
they're leaving.
Yeah, they got the read.
Oh, wow. Okay, there's still no Ursa.
Okay, Malrine has Blink BKB though.
Yeah, they also have Blink BKB for extended with no Doom. That's a free setup, like 80 seconds no Doom,
Yeah.
and they will have Arena.
For all the times you complain, Aditi did not just
Oh! X-Nova caught. Oh, they can't do anything again.
Arena back at 7.
Arena,
How badly do you want to go for this though?
they got to think
This is
about it. The
getting a little wild.
buyback from the Bane. Roche very, very low.
We have Shadow Fiend Ursa. This is our Roche.
Yeah. Don't give up nothing.
But they're still song.
That is the problem. And don't have... Oh, Ame's just going for it.
I mean, they have vision.
Yeah, they see this. Ame takes it. He just walked in and took it in the arena. It's all over. Oh, supports go down. Thank you for getting Roche so ready for us.
Yeah, so kind of. I mean, popping the BKB as well, just like, there's just no way. I'm not letting this go wrong for us. Guaranteeing there's no song shenanigans. Oh, jump mid though. Ooh, trying to get some revenge, and
This
he's all alone.
would be
The
nice.
classic.
And look at that.
Oh, he went out alone because your team got Roche and you think we own the map. And then you just get blown up by 2 cores. And tipped by Mallory.
Man.
Oh, sorry. That was actually his ally. My bad. I thought it was a Shadow Fiend option.
Well,
Just a nice friendly tip.
that's right.
Man, they've changed.
They have. They've grown. So a chance here as you see this replay. Even with vision, even with all of that, Ame says we can do this. And Snake King not able to get a song out in time that would have made a difference. Just Requiemed takes him down.
And then spotting this vulnerability of no BKB, of course, he will die immediately after.
Oh, I'm feeling great. That
was a
one,
grip on
meanwhile,
Malrine.
is it enough? Oh, yes it is.
Oh, it even popped
Wait,
BKB?
Skinner shows up? Oh, I don't know if that's, well, actually it
Yeah.
will work, although
Right.
he has the Aegis.
I mean,
Okay, they get the kill on the Zig Q. Nightmare onto one, hits there to the side, punch, pummeled, dead. Now Skidder, do you have a way out of this one at the moment? Success is backing out.
Almay's thinking about it. He's got
Off the
BKB.
BKB, ready for a jump, jumps in, finds him, bash, caught, and gonna be killed. As the Song of the Siren, never mind, keeps him alive for now, can eat his way through the trees and dead. There is no salvation for you here, Skidder, as they find that kill, and now Snake King further in trouble. Crit throws out the ulti, Spear somehow misses, but still the bear persists and chases.
I've never seen the attack range across stuff have so much impact over the past 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, every single melee core always gets it, and it's the moments like that where kills that never used to happen because of it.
But Aegis providing an opportunity there to punish the Falcons' extension.
Just pretty greedy maneuvers.
Oh yeah.
Trying to go back in on that one, I gotta say.
Snake gets regen. Wasn't quite able to catch him there. But back again to even in this game. The main heroes with a lot of gold right now are the Naga Siren as far as the supports go and the Snapfire here. Both with a lot of defensive-oriented spells.
Speaking of defensive, I mean, look at that. Ahmed going for that Lincoln Sphere this time. Sick of being doomed.
He needs it. Makes sense.
He's a bit final as well, of course. I think this game's just a little bit easier.
It's going to be fully completed. Meantime, that was a big pickup for Crit. E-Blade done. So a way to save if the Ursa gets onto somebody. It will.
How long until they have a nullifier?
Right. It will still be an issue though if they catch somebody in arena because they've, obviously no vision.
Yeah. Though he does have the tree.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I feel like that shouldn't go through.
Yeah.
No.
Right?
I feel like it just doesn't make sense to me. Ame, Lincoln's reveal. Grabs, realizes that's not going to work. E-Blade out though, and now Arena hits onto 4. Is this too many though?
I mean, he's still
maybe with the kisses going out, trying to take the kills onto Crit, onto Snake King, running away. They're so survivable with that mech, but they do manage to get a kill.
Yeah, that was something that Fear pointed out during the panel. Just like, the song goes off, you start throwing these kisses.
Yeah.
Still pretty nice as they're able to scoop up Snake King, trying to TP out, but it's not a lot of hope on that one. And that's going to put them in Tormentor time.
Going to be a second Lincoln Sphere here. And that creates some issues for Falcons.
Yeah, the communication, and with how chaotic the fights have been this whole series, trying to communicate, like, Lincoln's down and go for these big dooms is really scary. Because it is make or break on the fight.
Yeah. Does have Refresher on Nightreign though. Some more avenues to break it if you want. Would love to not have to break a Pulverize on the Lincolns and then Refresh to do it again, but if you gotta, you gotta.
And now, not only are they worried about Lincolns, yeah, the big scythe pickup here. So we got triple BKB on the Dire cores, and they have to watch for that scythe pick off.
Yeah, dude, XG are looking good. This is a really scary timing. I mean, you still have a lot of ways to take this fight for the Falcons, but I don't know. I'm starting to lose a little bit of hope here for them.
And Snake King, he went for the pipe and the glimmer, or sorry, the pipe and the greaves, which are great, but means no blink for a while.
Yeah.
So the limits of the song become pretty apparent. Level 24 Ursa coming in. That's a big bear.
I mean, if they can free hit, if they can get their dooms off, if they can reset the fight when things start to go bad, those are the ways that Falcons can win these engagements. But if Ame kills a hero in the first 4 seconds of a fight, that's how it's all going to fall apart.
Yeah, and I think we're going to be seeing them dodging most of these engagements.
Nightreign.
Oh, that was greedy.
That is exactly
I mean, to be fair,
what they needed.
yeah, we see the entirety of them moving.
Yeah.
We they obviously have no idea on Falcons that the entire team was smoking heading that way.
Crit.
So good play.
Oh, the blink in, and now the grip. Can everybody else get here in time? Oh, yes, they will. They brought numbers. Taking away that wisdom.
That's 2 down now, so yeah. Wisdom, and then Skeeter finishes the Daedalus, is working towards level 25. But it's just going to be so difficult to actually stand in these engagements for him. He's going to try and get a Satanic to try and stay survivable. But he's going to be looking for high ground defenses.
Yeah, there is still a definite issue in this game of Skitter being able to stay incredibly farmed. He's not like miles ahead of the other cores, and as a matter of fact, Ame just passes him right now. But it is still something to be concerned about, is him showing up to a fight and being able to freely hit.
I mean, there's 3 Lincolns. At what point do we actually see Doomags? Am I crazy? You know? Like, I feel like at a certain point, it's so impossible to cast your spell that surely that seems like it might be worth it. He's thinking more like, well, I'll just try twice.
Yeah, that's true too.
So either I'm going to get 2 good Dooms, or it's going to be a bad time.
I mean, one of the issues that you're still going to run into there a little bit is that if Doom does, you know, get Ags, you might end up getting, like, gripped by the Bane, and then you're essentially useless anyways, or something else, you know?
Hey, it's still an AoE while you're gripped.
That's true.
But, like, you can't even use Refresher on this hero very easily, right? Like,
Doom's the Bane. That's a solution.
There. Got him. Oh, he left the gem, though.
Oh,
So that's
saved
picked
by
up by
XXS.
XXS.
Another interesting item there, Primal. Picking up the Aeon Disc.
It's making a bit of a resurgence in this series, it would appear.
Yeah,
On cores as well, quite a bit.
which is not fully what you'd expect, but it can make a difference. Another reason, I mean, we just also haven't been seeing that many nullifiers, which could be part of it.
Okay, there's a Lotus coming up on the Sapphire. We gotta go Eggs. Or else we're either reworking it or he's buying an Eggs.
Yeah, I mean, he can still do the cell stuff if he needs to. If he sees that, like, yeah, you gotta imagine that it'll be on the mind. Roche goes into the pit, starts to hit. Illusions out. Ready to move. They see it out. Skitter is there.
They got XM?
Oh, finds him to the side. XXS, big arena. Not enough, though, and they get the control if they need it, but XM jumps forward, finds Crit, gets that kill. Now Malrine, soon to be in trouble. Channel, bash, do they find it? No, he gets no bashes in 5 hits.
Oh, they moved over, they got Zinq.
Zinq starting to die. Maybe an opportunity here for Falcons.
He lives?
Chasing, do they feel confident going all the way forward? No.
That little slug is some fast.
Wow.
Snail, sorry. Sounds insulting.
He was so low.
They're in the pit. Skeeter, I mean,
this down.
he hits like a bear at this point, you know? He loves anything to just stand still. He's having some issues actually right-clicking stuff in this game, but Roche, no problem.
They're going down with the illusions, trying to stop any extra action from coming. They got to be careful. Skitter moves in, finishes it.
Oh, he goes
Ame
in.
is there, though. Now Ame in the
He's
pit
crazy.
alone. Success jumps in. The sleep is there onto Doom. Now Malrine gets the channel to pulverize. Hits onto all 3, but interrupted. Oh, Zinq, what a player. Now the song, I think you have to just get out.
Yeah, I mean, they came into this fight with no BKBs,
Really
knowing
gonna
the
try
song
and
is
take
up.
this fight?
No.
They jump it, they miss it completely, but the Doom on XM! Oh, they do! Skitter shows up, and he has enough in the tank! Now Ame seeing a target, wants to find him, there's the bash! Now they back away, waiting for the reset, hitting on his thinking. Ame can't find the target! But jump forward, XM! He blows up Skitter! XM so showed back up out of nowhere! Now the reset, there's a spear on more, but the control is there. Skitter brings down XM. That's a dieback. Falcons find something here out of nothing. The level 25 on Skitter, it's not enough to take down XXS. And now Ame, he turns, he finds Skitter again, the pushback. Saved by Crit. Can he stay on target? Stay on target. One more hit. It's all he needs, and he gets it. Skitter is going to fall.
Brings back in.
The battle, it just keeps on going. They can buy back if they need to on Nature's Prophet. Can they chase this one down? Can they turn it again? Hex is there. He is dead. Ame stands tall. Triple kill. Find him a third. Woo-hoo! Ame is back, baby. Way too strong.
We're just deciding that when the fight starts, we're just full committing. That's pretty much what's happening. I can't believe that XG went back in with no BKBs into Nagasong.
Oh, yeah.
And then they got the Roche, they get the song off, and they're like, we can get this. It should be fine. I don't mind Falcons continuing the fight, but the continuous chase and then really well played on the buybacks and getting back to that engagement for sure. I mean, it certainly costs a lot on XM, the dieback coming back into it, but he's essentially funneling all his gold into Ame, who has now surpassed Skeeter.
Ooh, and a tier 2 tower to boot. They realized they could have bought back on that Nature's Prophet if they wanted to, but it would have put him so far behind. He's even right now with Ame, but
I mean,
they're
I don't
losing
think
a lot.
Yeah, I don't think they win that fight if he comes back in there.
It's true, honestly. The bear don't care.
Yeah. It was a little bit too much at that point. All the items were coming back up, like they're getting their DKBs and everything, and they're just gonna swing this into a couple of objectives.
Oh.
There is that big Aghanim Scepter for the Bane. It's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, that really causes some issues. Who breaks that? I guess you have to song, maybe? Oh, let's take a look at this again.
This is after the Aegis. Like, they've got it on the Nature's Prophet. Things aren't looking great, but you know there's no BKBs. And like, they could leave. But
Yeah.
they think, hey, we got damage. You know, we still have Doom. He wants to fight. That makes sense.
Oh,
But it's kind of awkward when he jumps back in.
Yeah. I mean, again, getting the kill onto XM, things were looking sort of okay.
Dude, the instant buyback from XM, too.
Yeah, he knew. He was ready for it. I mean, they had a long time to talk about it.
Look
with
how
the song
close.
going.
Look how close Ame was.
Oh,
He
yeah.
almost died.
And then
That's crazy. And he had no buy.
He makes it all the way back to base.
That's it, right there.
Yeah.
Him not dying right there is the only reason things turned out decently well there. I mean, they had a 4K lead before all this.
And XM dies. Like, he had to TP back out after this fight.
This is really the problem. This
Yes.
play.
Yeah.
The jump in after.
Oh, and then just the punish.
It's a bit of an overextension.
Oh, and the Lincolns means he couldn't get the sprout down either. He could have maybe sprouted the ground, but it's a tough call either direction. Oh.
A wee bit too much.
I mean, that ended up being a full, what, like 3-4 minute fight?
Meanwhile,
duration.
Tormentor's about to arise again, I believe, here.
In the world of the living. Blink Dagger done now for Snake King. Okay. I think upon seeing the Ags on Bane, you probably just have to wait until you see a Fiend script out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just need to stay all the way back, wait for a Fiend script to come out, and then you saw.
I mean, unless you had Doom Ags, you can just walk through them all.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I see what you're saying.
But clearly it's unplayable.
Yeah. 8,000 gold lead. And against Steve, still very much anybody's game. I mean, we knew this was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
43 minutes. We're going to 50
We're just getting
leads.
started.
Yeah.
You know, this is just the appetizer.
I mean, honestly.
And our first series of the day.
Yeah. This was about the halfway mark of last game, if I'm not mistaken.
This is about when we finished yesterday.
Yes.
On stream.
You're not wrong.
I think we finished at 3:30, which is in an hour.
That's pretty nuts.
We managed to get through 2 entire series over there.
But don't worry, everybody. It's 3 series today, so you're going to get these long, awesome games.
That's a good point. Yeah, we got one less series, so we need these long games.
Exactly.
so much.
You're still going to get all the action that you do out of a normal day of Dota.
Phew. What a relief.
That's what you want to see. You can see Dota Plus win probability 58%. It's going to come down to execution. I gotta say, it's like everybody talks all the time about the efficiency of Falcons and how well they're doing stuff. XG are putting on a solid display of it right here as well. This team has really impressed me, this TI so far, all along the road.
I think, yeah, a lot of people had them coming in the lower half of the bracket.
Yes.
You know, thinking like, they're probably not going to do it, including me.
They could be the first ones through. It's possible. All right, refresher.
Oh, wow, 4 seconds slower than the average? Yikes. That's cringe.
Very,
How
very
disappointing for him.
embarrassing.
Yeah, wow. I hope no one shows Amara that later.
Hunting through the trees. Nobody is home over here.
They see XM.
Oh,
Easy.
yep, and there it is. Doomed, pulverized, and nowhere left to go.
Look
Is
at Signoring him.
slowly going to get whittled down.
Doom has so much damage.
He will have buyback. Actually, he's not going to for gold once the timer wears out. But I don't think it's going to matter that much. How much can you do without the Shadow Fiend here?
I mean, it's long, right? It's
Well,
90 seconds.
Well, Abyssal,
There's no
grip,
way.
damage, out snaking, wants the song. Is he going to get it out in time? No! No, he is not. And as a matter of fact, Snake King is likely going to die next as he tries to get away. Jump forward, blink, done. Can they get anything more? There's the Hex out, finding themselves a Doom. All of the best things have happened as XM is dead without buyback this game. Like, that's been the good moments for XG.
Malrein's struggling to like really progress his net worth a lot. You know, he's fallen down on the chart. He's almost down to Snake King's level. He's just kind of, he doesn't have a say in it, you know? Even with an Aether Lens, he's still going in. Or Nail just grabbed it. That is a different idea.
Crazy. You can see there the value of that Fiend's grip.
Part of it is just there's no force hazards to the person, you know?
Yeah.
I guess it's partially because of nullifiers and stuff, so it feels kind of bad, but like all the hits of the Hurricane Pike and Skeeter manages to get in the right position perhaps, but you can just see if it was just like a little further, you know, maybe he gets out of there.
Mame, in the meantime, giving up a refresher, checking out the Roche, realizing it's possible it's up, and it's just waiting here. But unfortunate there on the timing. Arn could go for a pickoff here on the XXS if you wanted. A lot of damage to burn is the only thing. It's just going to keep the farm going. Any other big items that might be coming up to change this? I mean, Naga Siren does have the shard, so the extra HP regen.
It is a almost max spawn Roche too though, so it's going to be a question of just like who burns what spells before the items come up.
To it, yeah.
And there it is, there's the Lincoln, so a little bit more help from Malrein. So he can swap that in after his Aeonus pops, or more likely, you know, take out his bottle. Skeeter's a little isolated down here. Friends are coming though. He's trying to play. He's trying to dangle a bit, as they say.
Malrein smokes brakes, realizes what's happening.
Oh, he's in.
Q found. Things got weird. He hasn't broken the pulverize yet. Now the jump forward. X-Nova in some trouble.
He stopped
X-Nova
the grip.
dead. Gone.
Instant buyback though. He's coming back in. So let's
There's the Doom that they needed. But XM second salvo.
almost two
Doom
Dooms.
times 2. Not bad at all. Amar doing everything right now for his squad. And Zinq trying to keep his buddy alive. Does manage to get some separation. I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill the Shadow Fiend. He should be able to run it out. And there it is. The Fiend's grip onto Amar, who went into the base to try and punish, but couldn't get a kill on either.
I mean, I gotta give him credit though. He did hit 2 Dooms versus the Lincolns.
Yeah, he did that.
But it didn't really matter, did it?
I mean, to be fair, also, the rest of his team was not there.
That makes it harder.
It would have probably worked had that happened.
All right, what do though? You know, Roche coming back up. They know it's spawning soon. Max times in 20 seconds. It's gonna be about a 6. Dire not contesting. Malrein's just chilling bottom, maybe trying to put some pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you really can do at this stage. I don't think you're going to get any Naga, like, steals here. Instead, they're going to try and pressure bottom tier blue tower, or rather take the racks if they can.
Yeah, they'll give the tower. Oh no, he's just backing away from this guy. Too worried about someone TPing back early. Alright, well that gives Ame a refresher shard, as he was queuing up the refresher board. That allows him to buy the box level 2. Okay. So this is a guy who already has no slots.
Yeah.
And he's buying box 2 here.
Well, he's talking at the beginning. That makes sense.
Yeah. Sell his treads.
Also has a refresher.
So what he wants now though is that this means that X-Nova can rumble.
Yeah. And if he finds anybody out and about,
Oh, we're just all pausing. Okay. They're doing a strat here.
it's a nice strat.
A bit of global. Don't draft global, simply buy it. I like it.
this is the thing. Ame pushes bottom. Now they smoke up the floor to try and hunt. And he can be Nature's Prophet too.
Perfect. Nexus has the beam charge here in the site.
Oh my god, they're running right at him over there. If they realize it, oh my god, they're gonna catch Skitter.
He is forced to high ground.
He's just alone, they get him! What the heck? Dude, everybody knows where Nature's Prophet's gonna be. The safe place is not safe anymore. They play forward grip, but the channel pulverized to break it. That's great. Nice play. Can they get the Doom off, or are they just gonna try and reset? It's a reset.
It's into the Aegis too, so they don't want to necessarily force this fight, having the buyback available, but not willing to use it on Skitter.
But these deaths are so important for the Nature's Prophet, right? Because normally this like setup that they're doing right now would be impossible because the other lanes are pushing from MP. Now they can actually make this go of it and force something out of Falcons.
If he gets an arena in the back here, even with the song, these kisses are going to do a lot of damage. It's got 25.
They will dismantle this team if they're not careful here.
Snake is looking for a side angle.
Trying to hunt, wrap around, catch somebody.
There's the smoke.
2.5 minutes left on this Aegis big arena. Well, only hits on a crit actually with the Black Wave 2. They're hoping for a little more. Now the buyback, there's the Doom. But the pass over the Lakins. What a play. And he dooms himself. Oh, that was nice. They do have a song, but it's not going to turn into anything afterwards. They just have to run the hell away. Now they do have a buyback with Refractor on Doom if they need to use it. And honestly, they might need to. The way this is going, you're going to lose all of your base otherwise. Nature's Prophet back up in 10.
I mean, they have top lane and tier 2, so they can at least force them to commit for the tier 4s, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks like they're going to call it for there. Do they keep going for more? This is where you're probably going to need to buy back. 60 seconds, 50 seconds on respawn. Can they do it here? Can XP end this game where Falcons will push us further forward? There it is, Skinner in the trees. Now he's in the trees with the bear, but he hit pretty hard against the bear. Not getting back. Finally there with the Abyssal Blade. He laid out. Now XXS has control over on the Doom, trying to kill him. They're isolating and taking down Amor. Amor starts to fall, but will he finally fall enough? No, he lives. Skinner's hitting so damn hard. He jumps out though. Ethereal Blade saves himself. Skinner, no, is starting to die, and that is a death, but he does have buyback. Ame, the big bad bear that could. He's turning, he's hitting really hard.
Give him a
gosh,
bash.
you gotta get out of there. Song, anything. Just stop the damage.
He can't bash him.
He can't do it.
It's impossible.
He can't bash him, he can't hit him, he can't get anything. And eventually, they take down the monstrosity of the Ursa.
How many hits was I mean, he always got a butterfly, but goodness gracious. I mean, the Abyssal, he's just waiting. Like, come on, help him out here. Well.
And they hold.
And they hold. They hold a little bit longer here. You know, I have suggested, and I've sort of joshed about this Doom Eggs, but realistically, you see what happens?
Yeah.
And I don't think the Doom Eggs works, because I understand it. Because you simply, like, even if you get into these fights, they're gone so fast. And he managed to get some big Dooms off again here, and what a play. Somehow finding a survival here. This was terrifying. When the bear jumps in with you inside the Sprout.
Yeah.
Not the best. And look how close Amira's to death here. He doesn't BKB right away, so he gets pinned, he gets hexed. He drops down this low, and then it's like, oh, BKB. What heals him here?
It was, well, one thing was that Snake King kept him alive with the E-Blade, too, before he got his BKB out.
Someone must have hit him with a Lotus.
Yeah. And in the end, just...
Oh, I guess it was probably the Greaves, eh? It was probably Snake King's Greaves. But that was a big heal.
He knew that there was nowhere else he could go, but potentially could have been destruction.
Finally gets bashed after all that.
And will be able to get the pulverize at the end there. God, I don't know. I mean, that was a huge chunk. I mean, look at that. Skitter got 1,300
Now,
gold.
Can I just point out, I'm just saying,
Yeah?
right before that defense, the panel walked in.
Yes.
I'm just saying. That's 3 in a row.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
They're just trying to be good panelists, you know? If there's even a hint that it's possible the game could end, they're over here. And Skitter...
That's not ideal.
Oh, Not good. Not good. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. The Ags, if he was ever going to be going back for that, does have 10,000 net worth right now.
Oh, well, speaking of which, actually, Amar is going for it.
Really?
He's had enough.
Oh, I was talking about Ame with the Ags.
Yeah, no, I realized that. And then I clicked over on Doom thinking, could it be? But, I mean, I do get it.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching these fights thinking, like, what if he did have the eggs? And it's still so hard to actually stick and glue on people.
Right. 8,000 gold. All that stands between them. You've got this massive carry in both the Nature's Prophet and the Ursa. I think in a one-to-one matchup, Ursa is really messing up Skitter right now.
Okay, so
the butterfly does make a difference.
here's the play. Are you ready?
Tell me.
I've got this. Okay. Naga Siren, Songs, Blinks.
Okay.
Okay. Doom, self-dooms layered over top of the Songed heroes.
Good.
GG. Like, what's a bear gonna do?
Just run away. the Delta split.
No. It's over.
Okay.
That's it.
All right,
He's got
I
nothing.
see. I gotcha. That makes sense.
You know, someone's on X Nova at the same time.
Okay. I do think that there is more in the tank here for Falcons in a couple ways. I don't feel like they've been able to really get as much out of like Malreen in some of these fights in terms of the damage that he's doing. And then it's like you've got sort of a no damage support in the Snapfire, and then you kind of got to get like a ton, it feels like, out of Crit. And he's been doing a lot of save-oriented stuff too. So the damage really feels like very similar to game number 1, like it's all coming out of the position 1.
The supports are struggling though versus like the SF and the Snapfire damage, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, that part is a little bit tough. But yeah, when it comes to Skitter, yeah, it's kind of all on Ame. And obviously he's not going to get an MKB at any point, so...
Well, I was reversing that. I was saying that it's Skitter that's the only one that's doing the damage in this one for
I'm
Falcons.
sorry. I thought you were...
It's
Gotcha.
all good.
Understood. I was not hearing what you were saying.
You know, it's not like you've been distracted by anything. 3 60-minute games or anything.
No,
you know?
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we are going to hit it again. It's true.
I told you at minute 5.
You did. I mean, it was looking that way. Far more kills than this one, though. This has been our most bloodthirsty match so far in this series.
Oh, this has been hype. I'm loving it. A couple minutes of downtime in there, but it's been a lot of back and forth action. And several of those fights where, like, when it's multiple buybacks coming in, and then everybody's just, like, in this period saying, okay, we're not going to do anything. Just leave us alone.
Yep.
Don't come near us. It's what, 3 minutes until the longest buyback on the Nature's Prophet and Snapfire?
It's also about a minute and 5 seconds till Roche is going to spawn.
Okay. Still hoovering and gobbling up all of the farm across the map. I am sort of interested in what the Naga's item progression looks like next, because he went for a refresher.
Have you noticed where the lanes have been though this whole time?
Yeah, it's very shoved out.
Yeah, they're pushing into the Radiant despite them being up 2 racks. And that's because of, you watch Crit, he can just walk over, he can throw Bushwhack, Boomerang, Acorn Shot, and these waves still die despite being super creeps.
Oh my god. He summons and starts it. Oh my god, I played with Jenkins. I know what's going to happen. Oh no. Say it ain't so. This is...
Are you saying that treants are back?
Oh, the big trees. He's got the big trees.
They're back, baby.
Dude, if the XG lose the game like that...
To the big trees?
To the big trees, I am going to lose my mind.
Call it the Miami Heat, the big tree. Am I right?
That is... Do you know how old that reference is?
Chris Bosch was a name.
You could have done... You know what? If you want to go really old, you could have done, like, the Boston, you know?
Boston.
Yeah. Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen.
That's not even that.
That was the original Big Three.
I thought you were gonna go like a Bird era or something.
Okay, guys. Yeah, gotcha.
When you said Boston.
All right, 60-minute items. Let's go.
That's the end of this game.
Run it back.
Snaking's gonna stand up if they win this. Anything is possible.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we need every single Book of the Dead, just all of them. Give me every Book of the Dead.
X success. God, he's a lot of health, huh?
Yeah.
It's a lot of little pips.
Wait a minute. Are they? Okay, no. They're not going to find anybody here, I don't think. Chris TPing away.
Pretty close.
Yeah, that was getting slightly scary for him.
You just keep on taunting there, Mallory. All right, he has made a Helm of the Undying.
Fleet-footed. It's pretty good.
That's very nice. Can I get another Helm of the Undying?
I'm not sure what the best one would be. I think probably for Falcons, like Book of the Dead just does seem very good. We do get the Minotaur Horn, which is nice.
So they gave it over
Yeah.
to Snake King.
Stygian, Spider Legs. Oh, he didn't get great items there for Mar. I guess he could turn into the right-click one if he wanted.
I feel like Spider Legs is okay.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, get rid of the phase boots.
Another
But
helm.
he's thinking about bots, so that's what's messing him up. Is that he wants to be there for the engagements, or he wants to join in with Skeeter.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, they do get a Timeless Book of the Dead for XM. Boundless Stygian for crit.
Yeah, he's thinking.
Ooh.
He wants to gain. Of course, you know he can place debuffs on multiple people like an Ember style, so
Right.
it's really nice to have on Hoodwink.
And the attack range and cast range is what he gets for that. So his
So his Bushwhacks go nuts.
yeah, it's like
Dude,
ridiculous range.
It is actually a full screen with Scurry.
All right, smoke up now with their items. I don't know what's going to happen in
Why
this
is it
fight.
always the rune?
It is always the rune. They jump in. Malrine tries to get away. E-Blade, Ethereal caught for the moment. Snaking in trouble, tries to walk away. Not going to happen. Dude, those kisses. They go hard. Amar looking,
Skeeter's
hunting.
thinking about a TP. Dude, why is it that we have all these objectives? All these roaches, everything else. Wisdom Shrine. It's just the runes.
Because they're so low. They're very high impact, but they're also like kind of low commit. So it's an area where you know there's not going to be a fight
you're gonna
around
get
it.
away with it?
Yeah. They got to push in these waves. All right, Book of the Dead there too, and still waiting on X Nova.
Yeah, one each. Okay.
God. Yeah, they're going to need to send out all of these along the way there. And X Nova does go for the Timeless Helm of the Undying.
Three Book of the Dead seems a little excessive.
Yeah. Yeah, they just want to keep those waves out because they know that there's going to be like spamming in constantly.
Yeah, I mean, they know they're struggling enough as it is, and they're up 2, so makes sense. And now it looks like we're heading towards a Wind Waker here from Alrine as he picks up a Yule's. Trying to mess with the bear some. Pop Lincolns, all kinds of reasons to have it.
So Roche will roar, and I do not think that they're going to contest this.
No, XSS is very confident that's not happening. He's taking the outpost while they take it.
They really need to be concerned about creeps getting in their base, though. Because I do really think that, like, with the bots, too, coming in, these giant treants, like, look at how much damage they do. They're big guys. And they're not easy to kill, either.
It's actually... that's great. This is good stuff. It's good to be back. Where, you know, no more of this Ironwood treant thing.
Yeah.
You know,
just the little ones.
Get the whole crew.
Another game with hero that has 10,000 gold in his inventory.
Inflation's real, you know?
Yeah,
It's
that's
just
right.
10K is just not what it used to be. You just can't buy as much as it used to.
You know what it is? It's hoarding wealth that's going on right there. You got to distribute that out amongst the team a little bit more. Get X Nova something.
Well, careful now.
Can he do it? The Bear Man, I feel like, is going to still be able to carry this if they can just get on top of targets. The problem is I don't see a situation where they're ever going to show on Skitter.
Look at Amar invested in the infuse, so he has a wind lace.
Yeah.
The old 65-minute wind lace, and the old that's just a good luck wind lace. What that is.
Oh yeah. Maybe some punches here. XXS shows jump. finds him, dooms himself, and now the rundown.
There's the struggle, though. You can see it.
Oh, X-Nova ended up a weird placement there, and they're both in some trouble. But Amar, Ame has to run away. Dude, this Ags is looking so good. Immediately, they're all gone. Does he have a second one, though? He does. Jumps onto all three. Who's he going to stay on to? And it's going to be, of course, Ame. Ame down.
That's Aegis.
They're bringing him once. XM, a second salvo, a hit there onto Amar, and Amar is gone.
It's not enough.
TP's away, wants to escape, but just barely gets out. But look at this. Creeps in the base for both teams.
All right, still buybacks as well. Can't hard commit. They are now going to get that tier 2, though, so this does open up the finish.
All right, Skitter, he's immediately sending that over to the range creeps. Or onto the range racks. They have buyback on both. Buyback now onto crit. Creeps are doing their work.
Picture in picture. Thank you very much, production.
Tier 3 goes down. Alreen, Ame, caught there in the Sprout, jumps out of it. Now the Hex out from XXS and getting obliterated.
He's going back from
E-Blade
Alreen.
is not a safe place for you at all. Now the hits. Ame controlled by the Sprout. They already bring down one. They have a buyback if they need it on Skitter. How much more can they do? That's Mega Creeps. XXS throws out a spear, not going to land. Minotaur Horn used. They don't have creeps out, though. They can't do any backdoor shenanigans. They have to win a fight.
Ame's still holding this BKB. It's keeping him safe.
Can they even manage to win a fight here?
They're not
Falcons.
sure if the Doom's back up, so they're going to bail out of there.
And now in an incredibly dominant position, XG get Mega Creeps. Very large gold advantage. It could still go south, but they're in a good spot.
Oh, Ame with 14,000 gold is considering a Moonshard.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, maybe I can afford it now.
Being brought out. 67 minutes. This series, we started playing Dota in this best of 3 at 10 o'clock, and it is almost 3 in the afternoon. That is how long this series has gone.
Only 15 minutes to go or so, yeah.
And it could all be over in a second with XG moving on, only having to win one more best of 3 to make it to the international. Jump forward, Doom, caught him. Do they have enough damage? There's the grip. That's what you need. They need to break it immediately if they can, and it looks like they will. Still control, X-Nova found. There's the spear. Where is Ame? He doesn't have the damage he needs. The Song of the Siren to reset this fight.
Oh, Malrine, he's getting out.
Malrine is living. Ame hits on him, though, and no longer. Rapier bot. They've got it on the Nature's Prophet.
Okay.
The damage is there.
Malrine's dead.
Malrine does have buyback.
Finally dies in the Helm the Undying. But yeah, he's ready to come back in.
They have one more Doom, no BKB. Ame, can he stand up to the damage that's going to be coming his way? They're looking and hunting. And XG, after taking that tier 4.
Are they going to go for it all here? They got to watch for the song.
I mean, they're sending in the creeps too. They're saying everything. This is an impossible hold right now. But they jump forward, they hex, they find him. The Doom right on top, trying to keep him alive. And it is not quite. No, Skitter turns. He hits on Ame. The Song of the Siren. Okay, now they need to cancel that one. They need to find a way to kill this guy very quickly. But there it is. The grip. Keep him alive. Try and survive.
There's
he jumps him away.
Refresher.
Somehow the Ancient is still alive to start punching the Ancient. It's not going to happen. XM, Requiem of Souls out. He's finding kills while he's already dead. Skitter is going to be gone at this point in time, but maybe he did enough.
TP to the throne, Ame.
He's got it,
He's on
Ame.
it.
He goes for the throne. Ame starts to hit. And with nothing left in the tank, no more Nature's Prophet. They are going to end this game. GG, XG, come away with the victory.
Oh, it was a long time coming, it felt like. Could Falcons turn it around again? Not quite. Many GGs and smiles dropped in the chat after that one. A grueling 3-game series ends pretty much exactly how it went the whole time.
Oh, can't believe it. XG, they were in it at so many different points and times and just looking on there, thinking about what could have been as we head back to the panel.
Yeah, at any point in these games, in this series, we could have been seeing Extreme Gaming with the win. We could have been seeing Falcons win with the win. All I know, though, and all that really matters is Extreme Gaming take game number 3. They are still the only undefeated team, well, the first team, I should say, to be able to take 3 series, not lose or drop a single one. And they're only one best of 3 away from qualifying to the International. It was a total game time played, by the way, for these 2 teams of 3 hours and 19 minutes.
What's wrong with them?
Yep.
Do they hate
Over
us?
this one best of 3, it was 3 hours and 19 minutes. So they were really in it for the long haul here.
Yes.
You go ahead.
The hype though, it was great
I'm
though.
just saying yes.
It was great. It was great Dota.
I mean, absolutely. These games were very high skill, and that's why they went so long, because both these teams knew exactly what their win conditions were and how they could prolong the game so they could stay in games where it wasn't really advantageous for them. Like this game, Skeeter did a good job getting that level 20 talent, 25 talent, where he gets split push much longer, allowing this game to continuously go on. But at the end of the day, like, the team fight is just too strong from Extreme in this late game situation. They're playing versus Mars, Shadow Fiend, Snapfire. How do you fight into this? It seems very difficult. They itemized in ways which made Amar feel like he couldn't really doom anyone, so he had to doom himself and just kind of run in. But then like one cookie, one force staff kind of counters that idea. It was really tough to play the late game.
Yeah, as well as the Mars Arena, it was doing so well to keep everything together there. It felt like team fighting Fly was just the standout for Extreme Gaming across all games. That was what was constantly putting them back into games or pushing them further ahead with the lead.
Yeah, I think throughout this entire series, they've been on point when it comes to team fighting, spellcasting. I think XXS in particular, this game has done a fantastic job on the Mars, and he also shows how versatile he is, where the previous Mars games he goes for a different build, like buying Yules, buying Pipe first item. This game he goes for Blink Dagger early, he makes the plays happen, his spellcasting's on point through, for like 60 some minutes. It's really cool to see, and this is Chinese Dota at its finest, really.
Yeah, you said they were playing that old school Chinese Dota, like it's back and they're doing it, they're executing it so well. And for Rhea, I mean, I know you love some late game Dota because it's chaotic. There's just fights after fights, and you finally get to see supports at full power too.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting to see because it's kind of chaotic when the fight starts, I think, because there's so many like spells and items and things at play that have to be accounted for, but like the actual like leading up to it or how the fights break out in the first place or not at all. Like that's why these games are going like so long. I actually liked the early game more than the late game a little bit.
Okay.
Well, it was slow again, right? But I really liked how Extreme held their mid tower, for example, till like 23 minutes. Things like that, I think, allowed them to reach this point where they can start playing with Arme and going for Roches and using the smokes together. I think that it was also interesting, like crit on his Hoodwink when like E-Blade first item, and then they were playing the fights like that where they're like, oh, I'm going to E-Blade someone who Arme then goes on, but I'm kind of like losing the train of thought. There's so much happening.
There was a lot because you also have to factor in, it's just like at what point were certain items for which fights, and at any point it felt like so you'd have Falcons ahead and you're just like, great, this E-Blade's working, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, not really working because now you're just going to be taking more magic damage when the sports get a little bit more.
That's the thing, it's like it's really cool to see how the teams meet each other's timings. Like, okay, we've done this play, we've got us to a point, oh, but there's an E-Blade in play, how are we going to play around that, and then so on and so on. And seeing these guys just keep trying to like match each other and figure each other out and how to deal with each part of the game for 60 minutes straight.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, totaling over 3 hours of playing here. Roche was also something, I mean, objectives are just important, whether we talk about towers, tormentors, and Roches as well. But I think because so many were taken in the previous game, they're kind of toying with who's going to engage, who's going to have the better fight leading up to it, or when you're in the pit, that the first Roche for this game came a lot later than you would expect, especially with Extreme Gaming having an Ursa on their lineup. But the way that it was handled, Fly, I think, was so interesting, of Falcons entering and then Extreme showing that they still want to contest.
Yeah, there was this early, well, not that early, it was I think 20 some minutes, Roche fight where Falcons kept attacking Roche, then disengaging when Snapfire ulti came out, and then suddenly this Ursa just jumps in and takes the Aegis, and this is kind of a key moment because Falcons are leading at this point, but as soon as Ursa gets this Aegis, you know, they get the jump into supports with the Mars Arena, and again, like, momentum shifts. That's just Dota is. When there's a fight over a big objective, especially Roche, momentum shift, and it was really cool to see how Extreme Gaming played that, and Ame having the confidence to just go for that, because it's not something you get to discuss in the moment. It's sort of like you just go for it. You're not like, oh well, if the Roche gets low, maybe we'll jump. No, you just go for it. He goes all bare on that big Roshan and gets the Aegis.
And his team, you know, having faith in him there. Were you a little bit more happy with the itemization that happened for Ame as the series progressed? Because our biggest issue was, of course, him not going for an earlier BKB when he was playing TA, what feels like, you know, 3 hours ago now. It actually was more than 3 hours ago now.
I mean, yeah, I think Ursa's a hero, though, that has a very strict item build.
Okay.
But then again, I thought TA was
Yeah, I was going to say, I was gonna say
but he
TA.
stuck to the script here, and it was a good thing. I don't know if there was any deviations here that would have been any better. So, yeah, I mean, he had the Lincolns for the Doom. Other than that, just your Blink Abyssal Blade Battle Fury build is exactly what he needed, and of course, with the BKB. So, yeah, I was very happy with his item build this game. He does what he needs to do in these games. He's the last pick. He needs to be high net worth. They're buying a lot of items, a lot of Lincoln Spheres for him to make sure he does have a good game and he can carry the game. So he's a very integral part of this team of being successful. So his itemization is very important.
Yeah. Now you guys have to make the tough decision. Are you guys full on XG are going to be our one last remaining undefeated team before we even know that matchup? Do you have that much faith in how good this series was?
Don't know.
Okay.
I think they've looked incredible.
I mean, they're good, but I'm not going to be like they're for sure going to not lose the next round.
I don't know. I think it's likely that they could go all the way. I think at least the chance is very high.
Yeah.
Especially since we talked about, game one, they should have won it. Like, they were in position to win it. Their itemization caused them
Yeah,
to
I think
lose
they have
it,
like a 50% chance of winning.
That's just...
Well, you're just saying numbers.
I think we have to wait and see who they play.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we're gonna have two teams who are gonna play each other, and then we're gonna know
Who do you
Extreme's
think
gonna
has a
face.
playstyle that would beat them, though?
The other team that wins.
Well, I mean, Falcons...
They have to
But
play
only by
against.
50%.
But Falcons is one of, Falcons just won a tournament, right? Falcons is one of the top teams that's been consistent throughout the whole year of being really good, and they just beat them, right? They
Tough,
beat
but they did.
Spirit, who's like the favorite to win TI.
Yeah.
So who's there that could possibly stop them at this point?
Tidebound, the other.
I was about to say, there is only
Okay.
one other team that we know of in the recent history that has been able to take a series off of Extreme Gaming, but we don't know if it is going to be Tidebound. We actually don't know who Extreme Gaming's opponent's going to be. It is going to be decided in our next best of three. It's Tidebound up against P-Vision. And before we get into it, let's wind back a couple days and see how Shiro felt coming into the road to the international playoffs.
I'm here with Shiro from Team Tidebound, and we're going to talk a little bit about this international. Shiro, you recently won your first LAN with Tidebound. How was that experience?
当时的感受比较开心吧，然后因为也打了很久的职业了，这也是算是第一个冠军吧。
And what did you figure out at that event which allowed you to be better than every other team there?
可能是在当时改变了自己的心态吧，就是有一种找回了初心的感觉。
And are you going to be carrying that attitude into the international?
是的，我觉得这次可以击败所有的对手。
I want to talk a little bit about you and Planet, because you two have been playing together for a really long time, pretty much your entire careers. How well do you guys know each other now?
是挺熟悉的吧，就是我一直都很信任他，然后确实打了很久了，一起。
And how does that affect the way in which you play the game? How do you communicate?
这个我也说不太清，但是就是我们各自的交流会更直接、更信任一点吧，就是执行的也比较高效的。
Okay. Are you friends outside of the game then?
是关系很好的朋友。
Excellent. What kind of things do you do together?
有时候会一起出去旅游吧。
Good stuff. All right. So how do you feel about playing carry in this meta? What do you have to do to be successful?
我觉得现在的1号位属于那种比较多变一些的吧，就没有很固定的玩法。就其实现在各种强队的1号位其实玩法都挺不一样的。
And who do you think has been at the front of this sort of more aggressive way of playing carry? Who have you been looking at personally?
个人肯定会更关注亚特尔一些，因为他一直以来都是最好的客人。
Excellent stuff. And I know the answer, but what placement would you be happy with?
肯定是冠军，因为只有冠军才会不留遗憾吧。
Jared, thank you so much for coming and talk to me, and best of luck at the International.
Thank you.
Well, right now, luckily for Shiro, they are in a position that they could be inching ever so closer to taking home that TI Aegis, winning this championship. Right now, undefeated. They're coming up against P-Vision, but we've seen them a couple of times on the main stream or here on A stream, and we haven't really gotten to talk too much about Tidebound, so I think it's only fair that we start with them, give them a little bit more time, and how we expect them to evolve through the next few days and throughout the tournament here.
Yeah, I think Tidebound, first of all, they look fantastic right now. I watched a little bit of their games, and it feels like everything's clicking together for, I guess, all the Chinese teams here,
Yeah.
right? Like, it seems like the meta is fitting them in terms of the heroes that they get to play. I think individually they've stepped it up. I don't know how long they've been here, like, screaming.
I don't know. Hey, I'm looking at it though. They faked Earthshaker 3 out of their games today, or game yesterday, and they're doing the exact. I mean, they're winning with that hero. They're probably the ones contributing to the 90% winner of this damn hero.
They are the reason for the 90%.
They're the reason. It's OP.
It's actually all just Chinese Dota is loving Earthshaker right now, Fia.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my criticisms of Tidebound in the past.
Oh, I didn't ask. Oh, in the past. Okay, sorry. No. I'll let you
No,
continue.
go ahead.
You did
I
ask.
didn't ask.
No. I did ask now. Yes, in the past, Fia, would you have had any criticisms for them?
Oh, since you asked. I think but, before, I really thought that Nothing to Say had a weird playstyle on the team. He oftentimes would get like this not last picker, but this early pick hero. And he'd be fed to the wolves, essentially. And he wouldn't really have a big purpose on this hero either. And they would last pick like some Bach hero that would try to win the lane. It would fail miserably. And they wouldn't win games off of that. So over time, they've kind of got over that. They're giving Nothing to Say more of these heroes like these Earthshakers and Sand Kings, which are much more meta now. And I think that's working incredibly good for them. And they are getting these last pick carries for Shiro, which is an incredibly versatile player too. So I feel like throughout this year, they have struggled, but they finally figured out within the draft on how to all make it all work, and it's really coming together now, and kind of what makes them very scary now, because they always had the potential, they just didn't have the correct draft order, I feel.
Yeah. Well, both of our teams that we're seeing right now, Tidebound and P-Vision, finding success with those drafts, with their games, but it feels like for opposite reasons. You're saying Tidebound now, their order in which they're picking for their players, but also going back into meta heroes is working for them. P-Vision, though, on the other side, yeah, they've got some unique ones. The biggest one that stands out for me, well, I guess both of them, is that Alk and that Tinker, and also more predominantly the positions they're being played in. That is 3 games of Alk position 4 and 2 games of Tinker carry.
Yeah, it's just OP, unbeatable.
They just swapped positions.
They did. They actually did.
The Alk, I don't think this panel was very impressed when we saw it, but they keep picking it. Like, even after the first game where we watched it, he kind of fed a lot. I think he went Blink Rush and then Ags to start giving that to his team, and there were a lot of fights where he'd just like blink in, get 2-shot, die because he has no other net worth, and it looked really lackluster. And yet they then picked it the next game, and then they picked it in their next series, and there's something that they really highly value about this hero that I don't think we are on a high enough plane to understand yet.
Yeah, we're just not seeing it the same way. Like I always say from that I got from Fear is sure, the Alk might have won, but did he win the game?
This is what it was all for. Fly was the biggest hater here for the Alk. Look at that. They have now forced Tidebound into a first phase Alk ban situation.
Forced them.
That makes me sad, actually. I really wanted him to pick Alk and for it to not work, just so I can prove my point.
Yeah, now we'll never get to know. If people keep banning it out on them, we'll never know if it actually works or not, you know?
I'm sure Nine Class is having a good laugh off of this. I believe they banned
Those idiots, they fallen for my
They really fell for it.
I mean, it's either genius in the fact that he is baiting people to ban bad heroes, but it also might be a situation where they actually think it's good. And 9 class, every time I see him play, he looks completely different when he's on like a normal hero. He's not scary. When he's on a weird like hero that you don't really understand, that's when 9 class is relevant. But if he's on a hero that you understand, it's like, whatever. He's a Snapfire. Who cares? So I wonder how many Alchemist type heroes he has. Because yeah, he played it 3 games. In one game he didn't revert back to his slot. Then heavily.
Oh, we got our Beast Master out. They left Sand King in the pool. They're picking Conquer. Okay. There were so many heroes in the pool. There was like Sand King, Conquer, Marcy's still in, which I like a lot. They've been picking Enigma as well. That's bad actually.
It's
I
bad.
missed that ban. That's not bad.
It's alright. Sometimes you just gotta think out loud.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's also a lot of like first pick mids. We've seen like Storm Spirit and I think Hux usually comes out in the second phase if they're gonna take it.
I imagine now they're just gonna try to match up the Kunkka versus the Beast, so they're gonna P-Vision's gonna look to pick their offlaner, I would say, on the 16-17, and kind of following Kunkka against Beast. Even though Kunkka carry hasn't been done in a while, they are one of the teams that used to enjoy it on Satanic, and he would scale like crazy buying Radiance, like basically the same build as you would go from mid, really. So yeah, I'm wondering what Astini has cooking this time. I think this is where it gets kind of exotic. We're gonna see in the second phase. I will say Slark is a great save against Beastmaster in the game. Every time he roars and you use your shard, you basically save the guy. So maybe the return of the Slark. I know they played it one game. The one game they didn't pick Alchemist, which was in the pool, by the way. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Whoa, how big of him to ignore it. Very proud of him.
They're big haters, but also guess who has a save against nice old Overwatch? Dawnbreaker. Still in the pool.
Are we doing it?
They okay, they were talking about his low win rate.
That's a stat.
That is a stat. But that's not we had a whole conversation where we were like, oh, Dawnbreaker doesn't seem to be that good. She's not having very much impact.
Well, I specifically said the Dawnbreaker players are not playing very well.
Okay, you're a hater. That's
Up the players.
very negative.
Yeah, not the players, not the heroes.
Oh, okay, my bad.
We're getting very specific now.
Well, in that case, do we feel like he...
Is Dawnbreaker good versus Beast? Yes, I do.
Oh, very good.
I'm looking at something maybe like a Bristol back type hero. I think when you have Kunkka, you want more carry-ish type of heroes on the other roles. Like Dawn is sort of in this weird in-between, where she's not really a carry, but she's not really a support. She's a little weird. She scales weird into the game. So I'm thinking Bristol, which is a DM hero. Maybe if there's an excuse to pick Lycan, I could see a Lycan on 16-17 if the supports don't look good against it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Those all sound good to me. Those are some strong DM heroes. But I'm more curious about what 9 class is going to play. I mean, yeah.
Hey, you can't let it go. You gotta go back to 9 class.
I mean, he's a very important part of this team.
Yeah.
I
Don't
think
disagree.
what he plays does have a lot of... That's a very interesting pick. Why do you think they picked AA
I don't know.
without seeing really anything that it hard counters?
Well,
Isn't Beast good versus AA?
Yeah, but you have a Kunkka to protect him.
Yeah, there was this one meta where Kunkka was very popular, and they used to run this combo a lot because Kunkka needs follow-up damage, and A is one of the best follow-up damages you have in the game. So normally I agree with you, picking A into Beast is complete grief, but because they have Kunkka who can literally, he can win the lane alone, he doesn't need A there, then I'm fine with it. I think Marcy is just a good response in general. The hero seems very strong right now. They can still choose to put it as a carry, or even they can just put it as a before, because if the A is ever out of position, then Marcy's just gonna throw it in 2 seconds.
And I guess that's what I'm understanding. Since Kunkka can literally get any hero out of the lane, what value does picking the AA have over any hero, like a Disruptor, for example, on their boss 5? They must be afraid of some type of healing that they want to pick.
I'm just thinking of damage, because Snapfire is banned.
Yeah.
What support do you get that deals a lot of damage when your 9 class is asking for a slot right now, you know? He's not asking for damage.
There's a chance they're also block picking. Not block picking. There's a chance that they are anticipating a Morphling. Pick AA. dissuaded.
You can definitely walk a lot here, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, Estini's definitely cooking. Yep, he's cooking.
I actually don't know about this Marcy pick. I swear there's a team that would pick Kunkka against Marcy because, or at least as a core, it could easily be a score and then it's okay. But as a core, Marcy needs to kill people in the space of her BKB and her ult, and then she just becomes useless afterwards. So Kunkka's ROM specifically makes her team able to outlast that period of time, and she becomes much worse as a hero as a result.
I mean, it definitely helps, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And you can also have the X against the potential jump from Marcy.
Alright, somebody help me here.
I mean, it has to be a 9-class Magnus, I imagine, and a DM Necrophos.
I mean, I think the DM Necrophos was almost a for sure.
Let's just carry Kunkka into Beast.
Because, I mean, I think no one can play Necro, but
Yeah.
I think when you pick Beast like this and Marcy, I don't think a lot of other teams are playing Marcy in the offlane. Most of them have been carry.
Ooh.
Hey.
Taste of your own medicine.
Ooh.
But it's a good mid, right?
I would say.
Yeah, that's an NTS special.
Yeah.
It is a good Tinker game. It's good against Necrophos. It is good against Kunkka in the game. But yeah, I think P-Vision is sort of just looking at their own heroes and how to enable them. So they're thinking Magnus can empower the Kunkka, so he can scale better into the game as a carry. The A follow-up for Kunkka, so you have damage on his combo. The Necrophos, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's specifically against Marcy carry, because it should be good against Marcy carry in the lane, where you're going to push her out of the lane. But that one is a bit more of a unique DM thing. So yeah, again, Astini's cooking. See what ends up here.
I think that one's purely theoretical, though, because, yeah, you can press W and walk away from Marcy. I think that's the idea, right? But heroes like Ursa, I know, I personally really enjoy playing versus like heroes like Necro, because first of all, you're not skilling that early, because you need your other abilities to lane pressure, and you can just walk with them. So I guess he's going to have to go for the fastest that slows speed. Otherwise, you go Shroud, you just walk with them and kill them in the minutes. It's very patient. So that is a very volatile lane. It starts doing really poorly. I could see Necro feeding really hard. I'm not sure what a Magnus is going to add to that lane either.
The ability to drag creeps. That's all I can think of.
But why are you picking a Necrophos if you want to creep drag, you know? Necro's the type of hero that when I see him, I would think you kind of want to pressure with this hero. You don't want to just like trade farm.
Yeah. Maybe they're just thinking more of what you would late game.
Yeah, I think they just believe this will work. It might.
Yeah.
I can see Tideman just sticking to Marcy carry here because they have a Tinker mid who's going to eventually win the game for you anyways. So their cores synergize well, which means they will probably just pick support, either +5 or +4 so they can both work. Alternatively, they get a range carry against Necrophos. Those are traditionally better. And we get a beautiful egg. So yeah, this makes a lot of sense. This is actually a very good Phoenix game. I didn't really think about it, but Phoenix is very good against Necrophos and Kunkka because they cannot touch your egg at all.
No, I definitely really like the Marcy carry. I think you can exploit this Necrophos, especially if you have one rotation as well.
Yeah.
Phoenix just take the gate, and then heroes like these Necros and Vipers, if they don't work, they become a liability. Because all they need to do is win the lane and farm. They don't really buy dagger or have some useful abilities. So putting a lot of pressure on Necro this game I think is really important. But I'm very curious on where they're going to put these heroes because I have no idea right now. It could be anything. Like they have Mag, Necro, and Kunkka. I think Kunkka most likely will be carry. So yeah, I guess it's support Mag and offlane Necro.
I think this is a solid tango pick to finish it up because it's a very good hero with Empower. It's a hero that can get on top of Tinker in the fights with the magic immunity. Overall, I mean, the P-Vision lineup is definitely a little more out there.
This is very reminiscent of our comments on their first outdraft yesterday.
Yeah, but I feel like yesterday when I saw 4 heroes from P-Vision and I saw Lord's heroes, I felt like P-Vision was in a good situation already. But here, I'm not quite as confident in their heroes. It's definitely, it can work. I can see what they're trying to do, but I'm kind of leaning Tidebound.
Yeah, nothing to say. He's playing Tinker. I feel like this is a crazy hard Necrophos game. Still don't see the purpose of the AA really in the draft. Support Magnus, like, there's a lot of like strange stuff going on here. I think Tidebound has a really standard good draft where, you know, P-Vision, they just have like a very unique draft. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'll have to see through their gameplay because no one else is doing this.
I like how neutral you're being by being like, yeah, it's really unique with the Necro and the...
I can't call it bad if I've never seen it before, you know? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense yet. They'll have to show with their gameplay.
Alrighty, can you make a little bit more sense of it, Rhea?
No.
Alright, perfect. Well, then it's time that we just get a little bit more data, a little bit more knowledge and information about exactly what they're cooking, if it's gonna work. Because right now, we've got P-Vision up against Tidebound with Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you so much, Nat. And yes, indeed, we're trying to figure out what the heck is this funky Necrophos about.
Ah, yes.
I thought it was going to be 9 class in a second. I was like, easy. I know, there's no.
It's gotta hand it over to the master, as it were here.
I will say one thing that stands out to me. There's a Tinker.
There is.
There are few high ground hitters. We might be going late game, Trent. There is a chance.
I mean, why not?
I think the only hope that I really see is if Bach pops off and gets like a, Helm of the Overlord, and then they just start ending the game around that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because even if you have a lead, as you're saying with Tidebound, it is still, you're taking your time with Tinker.
Yes.
So yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. Yeah, it is very much a P-Vision draft on the Radiant. There is no doubt about that. You could pop this up, not tell me the team. Little doubt as to who it would be.
Oh, big jump from no one. 9 class right there, and Skewer, come on back over here, Planet. We want to tell you something.
Alrighty, first blood heading for no one's Pango in the mid lane. Let's go ahead and start.
But we got the Admiral, the Kunkka. You excited?
We do, and I love this combo with the AA as well because, AA always been a very hard hero to make work because Bach considers contesting, but that's his wife. So he really struggled because, his laning isn't always great unless he is a great friend. And it used to be the Sven, it used to be the CK, it used to be the Wraith King, but Kunkka, someone who back in AA's heyday wasn't really someone you would throw in the safe lane. Nowadays, we're a little more willing to do so. Pairs up really nicely with AA.
It's true. Yeah, you can do some X torrent, then you can combo if you want to.
Yeah.
Also, just a big body that you can stand behind.
Just anything that Magic Game does do, like it's just so much synergy.
Yeah, it's very synergistic. Something that might not be synergistic is Magnus Necrophos. As 9 class is going to take a couple power shots on his way out. What the hell is going to happen up here in this lane?
This is, you look to your off, it's like, there's 2 people on your team, they immediately mark off lane,
Yeah.
and they're like, we're laning together, and you're like, okay, alright, well I have high hopes, they're party together, then they think these 2 heroes, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
yikes, yikes, guys.
I mean, the one thing that is kind of cool is the combo of like Paulus with the Necro later on. Some Ice Blast on top of Reaper Sight. There could be some things going on there.
I'm gonna throw it out there, Ice Blast and Sight should probably be 2 separate kills. I feel like I'm really hoping to not have to kill one person with those 2 ultis.
I mean, it depends on the rate of the game. Like, if the game is really slow down.
If the game is bad, they can really take it down.
Yeah.
That too. Next class, he's trying to get it. We do get the magic support of the Kunkka into the Beast Master that Cam was mentioning, and just nothing good for the Beast. Right? Can't really make use of the summons with Kunkka, so we might see some stacks being necessary.
That actually does sound pretty nice. Obviously, also have to be concerned about the potential of stealing those away as Kunkka, one of the better stack taking heroes in the game. Does take a couple rounds though. Mid, we haven't really talked about that much, although actually, hold on, 9 class forced to skewer away. Another little bit of a swing and a miss in this one. But it is going to be a mid of the Tinker facing off against the Pango, pulling waves to make sure that they get the bottled up rune, and then back to the races of just farming away. I've got to see a little bit of Tinker so far at this TI. Where do you feel like the hero's at right now? Do you like it?
surprisingly in the safe mode, of course.
Yeah.
For Peevish, which is strange. I'm not sure who else is buying it, but a couple of lag spikes, they're saying.
Spikes,
Unplayable spikes
unplayable.
even.
Listen, we could do like the status command, see what it's actually at.
You know what? I'm gonna trust them.
Okay.
I'm choosing to believe.
What is spikes lag? Maybe they're just like sitting on spikes and a little bit uncomfortable. Plus.
That's likely. Yeah, this is not, the translations are not, you know.
What are spikes lag? Plus. What does plus mean? It's okay. I'll get there. As reconnecting back into the game, should be underway shortly. So yeah, that's the thing that I want to see is how this Tinker does in this game. And it does look like DM actually already has the Helm queued up. So we're going to have Helm Necro and then Helm Beastmaster. I don't think there will be any more of them.
That's pretty gross. Not gonna lie.
How good is that on Necro?
I mean, back to Tinker. I was expecting support, if anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting the core Tinkers, at least certainly not the safe lane, but, you know, the hero, he's still got some sauce. He's got lot damage, man.
It's a nothing to say classic, you know?
Of course, yes. He is one of the, back in the day, one of the most well-known ones for sure. And DM, one of the few players that seems to really like Necrophos.
Yeah.
You know, he plays Veno, so naturally he plays Necrophos. It's just, you know, birds of a feather kind of deal here.
Viper too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all just one hero to these people.
I will say it's pretty bold to take the mag away from DM. He's one of the guys that I like to see on mag on those big, like, it's like him and JT, you know, big game-changing oriented heroes. But opting to take this one this time around, and Shiro getting somewhat low, so is DM, but Necrophos always has that ability to just pop back up to full and has a Lotus in hand this time as well.
Yeah, trying to secure those, always helpful for him.
No. Pulls him around, skewers away, 9 class. Now the glimpse back, DM in some trouble there, and, well, didn't have enough from the pop of the Lotus. And with the Ghost Shroud used earlier, that gives them an opportunity for the kill.
Well, that's happening in the bottom lane. No stacks yet made for Bach. Instead, he's using the board to just run with Planet to help ensure they keep body blocking the small camp.
Okay.
So that combined with, you know, potential harassment of Tidebringer, I suppose, pushing the lane out here, but Satanic being relatively cautious to make sure that he's going to control that. And now they'll grab the pull here too, so good plays there.
Top after the death, a little bit of a reset. Let's see if anything
Oh,
comes
they're
of
on
that.
to
As they do hit some good damage.
You know what?
To the AA.
This comes back to him not worrying about stacks so much, right?
Yeah.
He's staying focused on the lane. He's ensuring that there's going to be the block. They're getting the pull off. He's staying really tight with Planet the whole time, and that gets them a kill on the transmission.
To still play that lane from time to time, you can find those little bits of punishment. I do wonder how much gold he would got if he got stacked 4 times versus, you know, taking out the AA once. But
Yeah, you know,
it's nice to try and shut other people down too.
mental work.
Very. No one queuing up and immediately going in for that diffusal blade. Satanic is rushing a Radiance, it looks like. 1 Bracer and the Phase Boots. It's always a weird decision on Kunkka. Do you want to go straight for a Radiance? Do you want to get something like that Blade Mail first? Particularly in a game like this, you've got a lot of sort of uncontrollable damage you can turn back towards people. Allow him to farm much more quickly if you can finish that off.
Yeah, I think he's got the heroes to maybe buy him a bit of time too.
Yeah.
You know, the Pango mid.
So at 6-minute mark, Shiro will take that one. It looks like they do not rotate over, and no one picks up a haste string. Ooh, wants to get a little bit up close and personal here with the level 6 online. A little bit of a roll. Can he find him? Actually hits on the planet now, too. Besides, he doesn't want to go any further, and the glimpse pulls him back in. Hollis in some trouble. No one thinking about a chase, but they get the kill on the ancient apparition.
All right, a little bit of a bad idea there, it seems, from no one.
Yeah.
Sacrifices a. It does draw some attention to the mid lane. Forces Tinker to keen home and then TP back in, so maybe could try it again on the next one, but we need a little bit more to turn that play into something good. Is they're going to catch Bach with the Torrent, but it's not while Ducalis is there. Yeah.
As the X marks, the gold means that dropping. Another hit, and oh, that was so well played.
Yeah, he tried.
It all started with like the Torrent on the double back. And if he doesn't hit that, that kill doesn't happen. Because he has the stun and then he can come back for the X. That was so impressive.
Well, meanwhile, up top, 9 class does secure the Shrine of Wisdom. Very important when you're playing a pretty greedy position 4. He's actually even on XP with DM right now. Which DM's really going to need the effects of this Helm of the Dominator here. That little mini Midas of just grabbing these creeps, because not really having that stuff.
Shiro can maybe make some type of a play here.
Of course, I say that he's third on that worth, or on his team, so still ahead of plenty of Dire Heroes.
Satanic, somewhat low. X Torrent hits. Low, 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 low. Dude, those axes gonna kill him. He still might die to it. Barely kept alive. And the boar hunts, but it won't catch up. Hard to kill a Kunta.
Yeah, that kind of good. It's a really annoying passive.
Yeah, speaking of that, that's kind of crazy. I don't know how P-Vision are ending up in such a good spot right now, as the skewer will not be able to push Y away, and instead 9 class is going to end up falling there. Shiro gets stunned, Reaper sight. Oh, didn't quite get it off in time, and Shiro throws him to the low ground. What? That was an insane toss back. Now making a move on over, DM, he's getting body blocked by the creep, and well, Shiro turns now onto Ducalis, wants to find that kill, not gonna happen. That's eventually.
That would have been crazy. He tried using the helm on the bird to maybe push him back in for the kill.
It's gonna break Sal, but can't get anything else.
Alright, something else going the way of Vision right now. Still didn't use that scythe, so ready to give it a go, think a little bit more damage. Meanwhile, there is a Tinker, of course, in this game. So 0-0-0. We're not going to see the involvement of him too often in the early games. This is 9 class. 100-0 really fast.
It's way too much damage. This Helm build, there's a reason this hero has been first phase banned so many times. Just incredible strong.
I wonder if Piracy will be the baby thrown up with the bathwater. Like if they nerf Fleeting Fury and Helm at the same time, it's gonna crush this hero. Yeah. You know, because the Fleeting Fury's not that crazy without the Helm.
Yeah.
But if they both get obliterated, she's gonna be in for a bad time.
Right, because part of the reason is the Helm like works because it's good as an item, and then on top of that, it like doubles down over Mercy. Yeah, that's a good point. But then again, you can imagine, like, if you see Marcy just dominating all these games, it's like, well, you gotta shut down that hero some. I guess the Helm nerf would do that enough.
I would think so.
We're talking like it's gonna get nerfed. Maybe they just buff other stuff. That'd be hype.
Or they just buff it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, why not? Probably would be a bad idea. Scan disconnect here. It's going to spot Ducalis and no one rotating down towards that bottom lane, trying to link up with Satanic. He's got, what, 1 point, presumably, in the X? Yeah, so not the best chance of initiation, and really Bach just, the Spidey senses they're tingling. He's way out of there.
Maybe they can make a wraparound play if they go through that gate. Something to watch for. Tower starts to fall. DM gonna get jumped upon. Does get pulled back in. Static Storm still not dead, but should die soon. They do manage to find that kill. 9 class skewer. RP not available because only level 5, but a big hit on the Ice Blast turns into a dead Shiro. Will be a TP away from the Disruptor, but with X on cooldown, there's never going to be a chance.
He was so close to level 6. Nearly having a really spectacular one there for 9 class, but he'll take it anyway. Trades back, still a good gold exchange in favor of E-Vision here. Shiro does remain top of the board though, until he gets passed by the still living Satanics and clears some damage, so nothing to say, now joining the fray.
Has options if they want to do it. Glimpses available, pulls him back in, gonna axe himself. Nice. The answer already there. Satanic taunts his way out of trouble.
The rarely picked Tinker into Kunkka.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
6 to 7.
They used to be the best of friends, those guys, you know?
Oh yeah.
The old Tinker Kunkka.
No longer. No.
But lots of Kunkka, lots of Disruptor. This tournament, as we know, Disruptor one of the most picked heroes, so you're going to see plenty of these X's, I'm sure, versus these glimpses.
And DM spots Bach there. They take over his board. Okay, all right, sure. Now the roar to stop the roll, and then pulls him back in the RP. Makes him hit no one again. Then they get out of trouble. There's all sorts of shenanigans happening here.
Helps.
Small Shiro. Got to get a nice little interview with him as well. Nomad talking about his mentality at this point.
Aspiration is back.
Yeah. Whoa. It was big. This guy was deep. Feeling very much like he can beat anybody, he said. And it would be a great win for them to move forward in this one. So we're getting close to the next round of Wisdom Runes. Maybe a chance as the Tinker heads out. Smoke up into 4. There is an AA and a Kunkka right here. Will they break the smoke? Will they lose both? Will it just be one? Ducalis definitely dead. And, oh, Torrent. That stops any glimpse play that could have happened for Satanic.
Yeah, 3 points. There was definitely a chance to breach there. Wide, so he will lose his courier, but it did not have the talisman on. So he's going to be okay. 9 class, wrong neighborhood here. The lurking Bach
Puts him on the cliff.
a noble effort.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, you know what? That's not bad. Keep the front whistle for a while.
Maybe somebody could go and steal it one time. That'd be hype.
That will be impressive. Oh, he's going to get tossed by Shiro. That's nice.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, based upon where that skewer went, I think he's done that before.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, he was too ready for that.
Knew exactly what was going to happen. Satanic, Radiance, done. 14 minutes. Not bad for a Kunkka. And immediately queuing up the Sanj and Yasha. So, how much tank here?
Yeah, a little bit of evasion chance there. Just trying to be a body in these fights. I mean, that is kind of the weird part of their draft, is that they have these 3, like, we have weird ways of being tanky cores, but their damage isn't necessarily that easy to execute with, I would say.
15 minutes. Planet will run into 9 class position 4s facing off against each other. Planet hopes to escape. Does have eggs still, but they won't be able to force it out of him.
That doesn't feel great.
For P-Vision?
Yeah, the support just dives away like that. And now, 9 class trying to get real wild.
Ooh, he wanted it. And instead they're going to jump on him. Now a turn, no RP, not out, but X vote combo, Shiro, Dunzo. DM chasing wide. He's going to get brought down here in just a moment, as there was no way out for him. They run in with Planet. Fox still looking for a moment here, like they could do something. DM will follow the Croaker, but he gets to do it. He jumped in for the kill, and it's not going to happen. No one gets caught by the bird, and the Pangolier.
You thought you were Croaker, but you were just Choker.
Oh, no.
Hit them with the egg. Too easy for Planet.
Okay. The Predators are tied there.
It's like when they mess with the audio and it's like flat in your ear. You keep talking. And,
I can't believe you called me out.
Dude, it was you said in the favor of time. Now, I had no choice. It was better that I called it out than people would think you were having a stroke month on end.
I'm not sure that I'm not. 11 to 9.
Yep.
And almost an Aghanim Scepter done now.
Right order to read those numbers.
Yep.
Satanic is going to X himself back up the tower there. Class, planet. Dancing around the tree lines.
I want to go for more here. Yes, they will.
Look at DM, he's just like, don't see me. Hustling the river. Getting a Croaker. Feeling himself this time.
Brokers are sick. And they also, as we talked about in the last series, you sort of have to be careful. Broker is sitting in the water, suddenly it's like a 15% damage amp that comes out.
It's a strange creature, Croaker.
Yeah.
So it's like frogs close, but he's like a cat.
You know, off. No one comes in and denies the tower. But that is almost the Overlord. And now, 9 class. Oh, he wanted to target, but there's nobody there. RP only hits onto 1. They're not going to get the kill either. He gets the egg off. Oh, this is a horrendous fight right now for the side of P-Vision.
It just, again, it's the ease. It just looks so much easier for Tidebound. Even with some of these nice counters, like having the Pangolier versus the Disruptor, it doesn't really matter. And he's rolling through, all happy as he can be, but his friends aren't.
No.
And now, as has been tradition today, we get a relatively early Roche thanks to a Beastmaster.
This time around, though, the Beastmaster obviously not having Aghanims. I mean, this is classic Beast. You know, Helm of the Overlord, going for pipe next, close it down. I do kind of wonder if it'd be worth it to think about something to help deal with Kunkka a little bit. Satanic does scare me if he keeps getting these items. Going to be BKB next instead of the Sanjanyasha.
I mean, what are you worried about, though?
I mean, that he just sort of like gets a couple of big high tide hits onto you as you're trying to go high grounds, kills your creep.
We're not going high ground.
Wow, that's a good point. Yeah, that was my first mistake.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what you were thinking. We're just going to farm the entire map with a Marcy and a Tinker.
Yeah, no, they're not worried about anything then. You're right. Yeah, if you just don't go high ground, there's no problem.
Yeah, what can he do? Why go high ground into Mag, Necrophos, Kunkka, AA? Like, I'm going when they're dead.
Yeah. The probability of putting at 66 every second that goes by, Tidebound is more and more comfy. Axis himself hits creeps and pulled back. 9 class spotted by Y-Rap. A static storm down. And will not be able to walk away from that one, but the Ice Blast could be good. Hits Rolling Thunder. Oh, they didn't go high ground, but they were standing on the high ground and get punished for it.
Taking to lens, but yeah, that's good stuff there. And now the talent of the Thunder too, so the Tidebringers are starting to add up a little bit here. As no one does X. Oh yeah, very good.
Himself back in. Okay, starting to hit on P-Vision.
And pushing right into this tower too. Alright, very good defense. Got a little bit too aggressive there instead of Tidebound. Running straight back down the lane. Yeah, 9 class dies again, but what does 1, 7, and 6 matter? Lowest in the net worth if your team is able to get an objective, you know? He is going full high risk, high reward, and he's finding the risky part, not so much the reward, but it sets up his team for a fight nonetheless. And now it's Tormentor time.
Very nice for them. Try and take this one down. And Tidebound moving in. They catch them on the second go. Up there. Shiro finds him. Wait, he didn't get him. Oh, and the big focus from DM. just need to do that for him, the hero itself.
He's just waiting. It's fine.
I mean, you only need to hit one.
That's right.
That's the one everybody remembers.
It is. There's something very funny about a support. Magnus doesn't seem to power.
He's not casting it.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, that's good stuff.
No need. Who cares?
What's his GPM right now?
It can't be good. It's too
215.
It's tough, man. It's hard here for Mag. It's level 8.
It is a true feast or famine situation.
Everybody else is in double digits. Okay, he found.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Boom. Let's take this goal. But, you know, whatever.
Happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, Nightclass didn't even get the shard. Went to Tagalas.
That is depressing. Not that his shard is that great, to be fair.
I mean, I feel like it helps a little more when you're support, right?
Yeah, I
Single
guess.
range. Yeah, it feels like it's kind of a big deal.
No one just gonna get static storm. Glimpse doesn't pull him in the right direction. And now he gets roared. Oh no.
I think he's outnumbered.
Yeah, I think he was worried about. I'm not sure how that happened, but regardless, no one is now dead, and Tidebound's gonna be very happy with that. But will they go high ground?
I was gonna say during the draft, one thing that's really nice with the Mercy this game too is that you don't really mind buying Nullifier this year.
Nineclass is thinking about going for this. All right, it's only creeps though. That is a little bit annoying, dude. If he can farm both of these, oh my god, it's so much gold.
He's got look though, you know.
Smoke up, no Pango. But a chance for a fight still. They can fight the right angles.
Oh, this would be so good if they spawn this Tinker.
Tinker shows.
Pango.
Yeah. It's just a second. That's all it
Oh,
takes.
he's close.
Yeah. Oh, that's frustrating. And now, like, nobody's shown for a while, so he's going top. He knows what could be coming.
You know, clear the wave mid. Right, you know.
Takes out the
pressure.
Satanic is getting stronger. This guy is hitting a lot of creeps.
Yeah, top of the board right now in terms of net worth.
To 16, Sanji Yashidan is starting to get that power passed over to class. Down bottom, Phoenix does not want to be in this plane of existence anymore. Leaves through the side. And the nullifier done for Marcy.
I mean, obviously, you like getting Basher, but it's just too necessary in this game. That pretty much ends the safety of DM.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna have a hard time. Basically, his death secret to try and make a play out of it.
And that does, do something for him at least. Defense matrix status resistance is there.
Alright, they want to play towards this ward. It's going to spot 9 class. Yup, it's going to spot Necrophos. How do they want to do this? Oh, he pops the smoke on Beastmaster. Still gets it.
Jumps in, roar onto 1. 9 class actually still gets a great skewer, but it won't matter. Dude, that's so depressing.
Hey, that's wards, baby. Nice play by Y. That's just free. That's a complete double kill by ward.
Finds the Tinker, has to back away. Can they get him on the backside of this? Shiro looking, not finding. Nothing to say. Not afraid. Satanic will take the hit again. Shiro trying to keep that catapult alive.
Wow,
And
no one's
roll.
gonna go for the roll.
And Ice Blast, but the BKB comes out in time. No chain stun.
I mean, even then, they still need quite a bit to grab that, you know? With no scythe or anything, I guess perhaps 9 class could have been close up for a follow-up or something, I'm not sure.
Still, they're staying in it. You know, P-Vision are not getting completely out-farmed or outmaneuvered around the map. Still getting a lot out of this. And as has kind of been the trend so far today, keeping things even within striking reach, and then some late game insane fights are what determines what happens.
I don't see their damage though.
You don't think Kunkka does it?
Okay, but outside of Kunkka.
Okay. Well, I mean, outside of Tinker. I guess it's Marcy. Yeah, okay. Shut up.
You know, that really broken, busted hero that just annihilates people?
You're right.
It seems difficult.
I mean, there is some stuff that happens late game with the Necro where stuff starts to become very strange. Like, it's one of those heroes that can create weird scenarios in the game where suddenly somebody just dies out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's
and they
definitely
also have
doable.
AA.
Yeah, you hit Ice Blast, you hit the Scythe, sure. It can be done.
Or one big RP from 9 class.
He is banking up a lot of goodwill towards his RPs.
Is that?
Well, by getting bad will on the other ones.
Oh, I see. Got it. This is like earlier when I talked about, like, okay, he's missed so many
Yeah,
that
exactly.
now when he hits it, it's going to be really good.
Yeah, when I wanted to be true, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many has he hit so far this game?
I'm not sure.
Like, has he hit a Blink RP?
I don't. He's gotten a couple skewer backs, which have been good.
Right, but I'm trying to remember one. Of course, my
Yeah.
memory's not that good at this point in this game. It's been a long day. They're smoked up. They're thinking about a play.
Planet rolls through, finds him. No one forced to just roll out of there.
Hitting the eject button.
That does stop the smoke move, and it's actually a BKB done for Necro. So
All right, well, they're going to get Roche now.
it's a good
Because Pango
answer.
just rolled away, so taking that.
I mean, they do still have RP. They're
All right,
starting
Roche,
to head this
Roche
direction.
roars in a second. They smoke. Dire back out. Great addition to Roche, I gotta say. I like it.
Oh, yeah. All right, 9 class. He has an opportunity here. Satanic throws out the torrent, sees they're not in the pit. And now we're going to have another one of these little footsie things. Roche moves in a minute. So I actually think that this is another one of those scenarios where
Yeah.
P-Vision need to move.
Look what Y's doing. He's circling that button.
Yeah.
He's saying, let's go take that area right now.
They're doing it. They're thinking. They're
Now-
one step ahead.
Now, what if the Radiant just take Roche?
yeah,
in the
if
pit?
Radiant just take Roche, then they look really silly.
Shiro
on
actually
time bounce.
checks. He throws in the centaur just in case.
Yeah. And there's no way right now for P-Vision to know that they're doing this.
And
They think they're still posturing on the far side.
There's also no scans either.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's free for them. If they wanted to, they could run in and take it right now, but they don't know
Yeah,
that
they didn't do it.
Tidebound is down on the bottom side of the map already. Now, they might have an idea now. Yeah, as it's already moving, they're deciding we're going to come down here and hold on to this side. 30-minute mark. It's going to be a top rune, where it is a regen.
Bach tries to deny it, but zips in there as they smoke up once again.
Is that their last one? I think
I don't
so.
know. It's gotta be Hazard.
Yeah, that is. If this doesn't connect, they're actually in a really weird spot. Also, the creeps starting to push out there. Disruptor holding on to high ground. Tidebound have the buyback potential, and a tier 1 tower is still there. Tinker on the other side of the map can rejoin quickly. 9 class thinking about just jumping up and YOLOing.
It's stressful to do this versus team. You know, because you're always in these map states.
And he's getting towards a hex.
Well, that's spicy. Oh, well, he is close to the hex. Not even just getting there. I mean, look how deep he is going right now.
Yeah, he
he's
doesn't
catching
care.
the camps while they're spawning. He's daring them to try and start this fight when he's not there.
Nothing to say is a really big problem right now.
I like how Night Class is just on the cliff alone.
Yeah, he's ready to jump.
He doesn't even have an inventory slot. Like, I mean, what's the plan here?
I mean, he knows that it's going to roar again, so he can be in position
True, I suppose.
if something happens. He might be AFK for a while, though. I'm not sure exactly what the full goal is here. He's looking.
You know, he's microing. Oh, I know he's not. Well,
That's
maybe he
the-
is actually. He might have DM spare.
Drops down a ward. Still hiding off to the side. Oh, and he's going to be in position here. DM, they see all of this. 9 class. Skewer. RP. BKB is out, though. And then, no, the Hex reveal. The roar now dead. Oh, it didn't work the way they wanted it to. And Roche tide bounds for the taking.
That was on brand for how he played the rest of this game. Though, you know?
Yeah.
High risk for the potential reward. All right, they
And
grab back on the Phoenix.
finding a planet there. They have buybacks on both of the other heroes. BKB down, dead. Roche half HP. Satanic needs to back out. They've got a glimpse ready. Going to use it onto no one. Now the Hex, the X-Mark catches him, pulls him back in. Do they have anything else? Boat going to land. Nothing to say. Going to get stunned. Teleporting though in the BKB. He will be okay. Satanic
Shiro.
punches onto Shiro. The buyback comes out on Phoenix. 9 class looking for an opening. There's nothing there right now. It's getting blink broken by Disruptor. And is going to find Satanic, pull him around. No buyback by the other heroes. Kunkka dead.
the
Now
sight.
9 class also found 111 and 6. Just execution from Tidebound.
If I know P-Vision, the panel better hurry.
Yeah.
They are one to, to maybe things go pretty bad. Consider getting out of there.
Jeez.
That's a pretty devastating fight. I mean, they're playing the high risk, right? It's that simple.
Yeah.
They can understand that things are not going well. They don't have a lot of outs this game, and their best chance was some glorious play by 9 class to isolate Shiro and get the kill first. But I mean, this part, how long does he just kill Phoenix? So he doesn't have an edge, so he's not even a threat.
It's the weird part, right? Because they use a lot to get that, and they also don't have anybody else to come and join for the fight. So it's just like to sort of secure that they get the kill, and maybe, I mean, you just got the Hex on Tinker, and then it's BKB revealed too there, I think. So
Yeah.
thought that maybe they could make something more happen. It doesn't work out.
The static storms have been so interesting in this game. They've been very defensive.
Yeah.
And they've worked out really well.
Goodness gracious. Substantial lead at this point, and yeah, you can see frustration on the young face there for P-Vision, trying to come up with new answers for how to deal with this team.
Shrink that Tormentor.
That's right, make it a little tiny cube. Look, it's so
Rubik's
small.
Cube. Can you do a Rubik's Cube?
No,
Yeah, me either.
it's okay. I don't think it can actually be done.
No, I think they're all just blind. Those people who do it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I think they're just really quick at moving the stickers.
You know what it is? It's like a magician when they do like a quick change. You know, they just like
I'm
really
just being
quickly pull
distracted? Yeah,
all
okay.
the like stickers off and put them back on.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Surely.
Yeah. Scan now.
I think they're gonna get this wisdom shrine. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, they brought enough. Okay, Tidebound. With nothing to say. Getting
That's
the
25
other shrine.
on Tinker, the 200 AoE laser.
Oh, man. And guess who's there? Already. No one dead. Finding more roar. Static Storm. Gotta get away. Gotta stop it from happening. They're just pulling these people apart. Another glimpse. All right,
Ice
AA
Blast?
Blast into nothing. The boat not gonna do a thing. Well, nothing to say has been putting on a hell of a show. Kind of got thrown out of position there a little bit. Got his TP broken by Shiro. Blink Disruptor now on the docket too. Bach starts to hit. And Tidebound wanting to create a guaranteed team from China at the International.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good right about now with how Tidebound next year playing. Certainly, China doing very well here on Stream A today.
Pull Shiro back in. The Dire Tower is, rather, the Dire takes the tower. Shiro punches. Will get stunned. Is there anything? Oh my god. It's just dead. Kills off the creep. Nothing afterwards.
And they're just giving no chance. I mean, they're up 20k right now. They have a lot of gold to spend, I guess, so they're just going to do that, wait for it to come back, but there's really nothing stopping them from just going again. They have 2 minutes of Aegis left.
Right. Wait for mana to be back up. 1,000 XPM on the Tinker here at 36 minutes. So gross. Is he not a BKB? Oh, it was 1 second away. Oh, no. Arpedo on the Tinker. Into nothing. DM wants to chase, do something. Good damage out. Maybe an opportunity here. Shiro's starting to hurt. They get the kill on a Beastmaster. Bach is gone. But now the Tinker is going to start to be unleashed, channeled, taught, push back, nullified. DM going to die. They are so far ahead, and it was a good look for a moment as they found a clutch kill, but now there it is. BKB back up again.
And he cancels.
Stuck there. Not able to get away. The disruptor wall keeping him out. Turns, hits. 9 class says, please leave my carry alone. Stop hitting him. But there will be no salvation from this as another one bites the dust. GG is called. Tidebound come in and just dismantle P-Vision.
They really did. This is kind of what it looks like when people try and pick 9 class heroes. Except it was 9 class this time.
That's true.
He had a rough game. For a guy who was like kind of a iconic member of P-Vision and how much his ideas and play, like the way that he used these heroes gives them their identity, this was a tough one.
It was an incredibly tough one. And on the side of Tidebound, everything's simple. Nothing to say, Tinker. Get Bach his Beastmaster and just beat some ass. So we head on back to the panel.
Yeah, sure, whatever Lyrical just said, I totally agree with that. No, look, Tidebound having a fantastic one. There is something a little bit satisfying, I would say, Fly, about seeing P-Vision get tinkered.
Yeah, I mean...
They were doing it to other teams yesterday. You're like, it's disgusting. It's so good. How do they keep winning with it? And you're like, well, other people can win with it too. Nothing to say Tinker is something to be remembered.
Yeah, this guy's been winning on Tinker for years now. He played a fantastic game. I think for me, he's probably the MVP for this game as well. But yeah, great showing all around. I think again we're seeing great team coordination from the Chinese team, and I do think they're a little bit different with different mid hero pools. I think the offense is a little bit different. With Boston and with Beastmaster, I think everything gelled well for them. The team fighting was on point. They were always able to get the jump. They were able to take out the missile pulse usually, or the Magnus, like before the fight really breaks down. So great performance.
A lot of pickups were happening on the side of Tidebound too, and I wonder if here, at what point should P-Vision have also been meeting the numbers of Tidebound with the same numbers? If you see 4, start running around as a 4, because it felt like they were on top. They would pick off the Necro, then they would go bottom, and they'd pick off the Pengo, and no one was actually really there to back anyone up.
Yeah, it was very interesting because I think this is not usually how I see P-Vision play, and I wonder how much this does have to go back to the draft, because a lot of their heroes aren't really intuitive on how they want to play the map. Like, sure, it does make sense that you can go in first with a Pango, but they didn't really have a clear initiator. Magnus is supposed to be that initiator, but 9 class just had such a bad game. It's really hard to initiate with a Magnus that's that poor. So I feel like they just had a very difficult time starting fights. Where it's much more clear cut on the other side. Like, Shiro can just jump in whenever he wants. You can use a glimpse to start the fight. Bach can just blink in, alone, roar. It just was a very difficult draft to kind of like theorycraft and how it's going to work. That's why, if you ask me, what do you think of this draft? I'm not sure how this functions, and I don't think P-Vision really could figure it out either in the game, because I guess this Mag had that super good game. He was 1 of 14, and he just doesn't have the impact that was really needed from a Mag, because Necro can't go in. You're waiting on AA for someone to go in first. No one didn't have the best game, and then Titanic, he's just a carry. He's going to be farming.
Yeah, a lot of things to be questioned then about that, what they're going to be looking at. Always come around to that game number 2, but Tidebound, a lot of people putting up great scores. They're having a lot of impact in team fight, early games, late games, but Shiro, their character here is going to extend out that mark of 13 through 12. So good. Played so well.
I'm sorry, I only saw Tinker for like, I don't know. Is it
this wasn't your MVP.
That's not my MVP.
From this
Hey, yeah, please put the Tinker up. I think the Mozzie was great. Watching the landing stage, you know, they kind of showed what the Necro should not be getting away with.
But the Tinker's here now.
Oh, thank God. You know, but I mean, quickly touching on the Mozzie, right? Like, they won their lane. This Necro just cannot lane against a glimpse. You know, you can't just shroud and walk away. There's a jump from Mozzie, there's a glimpse from Disruptor, blah, blah, blah. But, and she played the early game really well with the team to get Tinker to this point. Where Tinker had BKB. And then all of this, you know, cat that was giving him trouble in the early game, like, you know, Tango roll and so on, doesn't do anything anymore. Like, Kunkka can't combo him, Radiance doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything. As soon as he has his BKB, he's kind of just immune. There's nothing they can really do against this overwhelming damage. You saw Necro, like, get hexed because he went for this really nice hex after his BKB, and that just renders him immobile and dead in a fight at the very beginning. And they have no damage to kill anyone. Ever. There's just nothing.
Yeah, it was tough. Too much time was needed, not enough space given, and that's a great play for Tide down there. And if there's one specific play that you would love to walk us through, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a story.
At the 32-minute mark.
Oh yeah, of course. I think let's remember. Oh yes, this is a Roche fight. They ended up taking this fight with Tinger was dead on the side of P. It felt a bit of like a desperation fight on their behalf. Sure, you're not killing the Phoenix, that's great, but you're committing your role, you're committing your BKB, and you are down to heroes. They're still dead. Mag is dead at the moment, and I believe Nexus is as well. So they can't even take the fight in full numbers. And then it just got to the point where I haven't seen Team Vision like this recently, where they just feel a little desperate to make things happen. And I really do think it comes down to like the draft. They tried something new. They tend to just overcook it a little bit, and they ended up running out of steam. But you do see exactly why that Tinker looks so good in this game. He's just able to freely do whatever he wants, because like you're really relying on this Magnus to keep it back. But this Magnus has no net to really do anything. So this Tinker is completely
Didn't think people need it? Yeah, man. Yeah, so what's up on that? A little gap to this as well. I mean, just looking back at the Mozzie, it's a bit of a head scratcher that, you know, at no point did people actually have the answers for this, but we had in position 4, the AA coming out when it did in the draft as well. But then I look at this reset side time, sticking to that gunfire when he drops like that, you see these heroes, first thing that doesn't really matter what's happening at the end of the game.
Yeah, I think it was a good call because you could keep him on your carry when you see the sniper kills, because he can respond nullfire, and then this hero is out of the game until he gets a BKB, and at that point he just kept getting completely destroyed anyways by either the Hex or something. I felt like the Necrophos was completely out of the game. I did not feel his impact at all, and I also didn't see a reason to pick it during the draft. There was nothing that screamed like, oh, okay, let's pick Necrophos here because we see X, Y, Z. Especially when you get completely countered by one item. It's a very sad hero.
I do have to ask, what is it about Nullifier that counters Necro so much to the point that that is one of the main reasons people aren't picking him in Pro and people aren't picking him in Pro?
And Nullifier is just a very strong item right now. It's relatively cheap. You can sometimes buy Radiance and disassemble if it's a Radiance hero. And Necrophos just doesn't have an answer. He needs to buy BKB, which sometimes is going to be a little too late at that point, which is kind of what happened this game. Shiro got the Nullifier, they got a couple of kills on Necrophos, the game is already in a bad state. You get your BKB, but at that point it's too late. And the items just look very clunky. He has like a Helm of a Dominator, a Lotus Orb, a BKB, like I don't know what his purpose is, like really.
It's like just buying items to try and live in a game where it's like, could have been playing any other hero.
Exactly.
Look, a tough one for them there, a little bit of a tough game for them. And to break it down furthermore for us is Purge. I haven't heard from you in at least 4 hours.
That first series was very long. It kind of delays the next series from starting, and thus. But anyways, there's a fight that I wanted to break down a little bit. We saw it a little bit earlier, but I thought it was an interesting vision clip where both teams had vision of the same place for once. 9class is going to start this off with the RP, but obviously the Marcy's going to press BKB and stop the possible Reaper Scythe follow-up. Very, very quick kills here by Tidebound. But what was interesting was that because both teams had vision, they both felt confident to fight. This really cool ward here over to the right that was placed by 9class, I believe, was not visible despite the sentry ward right next to it. So their opponents think that the vision is clear, but it's actually not. So this gave P-Vision the potential to move over and jump on their opponents. They spotted the Phoenix. They know he's not got egg. He didn't have a defensive item either, so they're able to jump in and get that initiation, which was very good for them. Gave him some opening, delays to Roshan, things like that. And it looks like they're going to be able to get out, but because of this nice ward here that's sitting on this spot, this then allows them to counter-initiate again. That's going to allow them to glimpse the latest X possible that basically catches him. It looks actually like it's it is not. It's like frame perfect or something. He gets sent back, but they've all got Blink. That Hawk was on a mission, dude. Just zipped across the whole screen. They get a great Ice Blast on the Tinker, which is fantastic, obviously, because you should be able to kill him, but all their BKB piercing disables are on. They are new charges. They are new sides. And now finally, the last piece to the puzzle, basically, cleaning up the and then killing Satan. What's so strong about this Kunkka build here is basically this durability here and then the ghost buff as well. That's going to basically delay the damage that you're taking, and then between the two items, they've got the Satanic and the Sange and Yasha, you have crazy lifesteal. So when he gets low, you know what he's going to do. He's going to pop Satanic like he does here. He's going to get hit off. So what they do is they just run away from him. Nobody's allowed to get hit by that guy. Tinker cleans him up, and from there, easy team fight for Tidebound. So very meticulous how both teams took it, but Tidebound just played way better.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Purge. I do have one question for you.
Sure.
With the ward, the first one you showed us on the side of P-Vision, do you have to cut a tree to place it, or is it just placed from the camp?
I don't know. I didn't place the ward.
Oh,
But
well, I thought maybe you were looking. I thought that was your job.
I think that's a good point. I could have gone back and checked.
No thanks.
That's all right.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's half thanks, Purge.
Okay. I'll do better next time. Sorry.
No, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. It's nice to get a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown and the lead up to why those two heroes were already dead leading into it. And then, yeah, poor Mag killed off before it, comes back, is not even able to get back into the fight to do anything before he's killed off again.
It's just one of those games that's just so hard to play at some point. And I think we got a good reason why some of these heroes aren't being picked right now. Necrophos being one of them. It's like, I can see why people aren't picking Necro. There's no good item build for this hero right now. Even the Helm Dom couldn't even make this hero look good. And then I think for 9 class, maybe this Alchemist ban is genius. If this is his next best hero, you're onto something, I think, on Tidebound. So I think 9 class has to pull out something even different than what he did.
That's not fair. That's not fair. He had a Necro on his team.
So it's
doing
Necro's
nothing.
fault.
That's Necro's fault.
I feel like there's two flaws in what Fear's saying, right? First of all,
Okay, let's go.
one game of Alp win, and you said that's not enough data points. Apparently, one game of Necro losing, and that's enough for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
And the second
I
flaw-
saw some vision, with the Alchemist. I'm not seeing any vision with the Necro right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second floor, I think, is the same one that Raya has here. Is he still had Slark in the pool? There were more 9 class heroes out there. It was down to the Necro.
I liked his mag.
Yeah.
Like, not the 14 deaths part.
The one kill part I really liked. The blink dagger was amazing.
Well, it's like, watch how they have to take team fights, right? There's like top, they had invaded Dire Jungle top, and Magnus is like standing there, like pump faking RP like 18 times over to try and like.
I think,
Come here,
I
guys.
think you're missing the point here. I think
No.
the point I'm trying to
The
make
point is he
is
doesn't get to play.
in the draft, if you ban his Alchemist, you're forcing him to be on more uncomfortable heroes, which gives
But
him
I
an
don't
advantage.
think it's uncomfortable. I think the problem is it's uncomfortable when you have an offlaner doing literally nothing. Like your Necro is the one that should be strong enough to be in there, like drawing in heroes. But instead, Magnus has to do the burden of getting the RP off, but also making heroes go on him to be able to then use the spell. You can't do that on one guy, especially not support.
I feel like Fly is getting PTSD from being back on like a team or something.
Let's just physically fight. I think I can take him.
Captain, please step in.
I think it was a team effort together.
They
They
lost
made
it.
sure that Astini's not
Don't play
gonna pick
Chaos
this
Ball.
again.
Take a side. I'm sick of this.
He's
now.
taking the side that the off lane was just bad for P-Vision.
Look.
Go ahead, you're both arguing the same
mean,
point.
that's fair.
I'm appealing to all the support players out there, man. I understand when your core sucks. It's like, what can you do?
I mean, the thing is, I don't disagree with her. She just disagrees with me.
I do like to disagree with everyone. I just, how else can you get like emotions out of video? Like,
Yeah. I've seen you laugh a lot more in this last 30 seconds arguing with me in the last 30 years, so. No, I'm only joking. We're going to be a little bit more serious though and focus back on what is happening right here. It's a best of 3. The team that wins here gets to go up against Extreme Gaming, and out of that best of 3, they're going to be the first team to qualify straight to the TI playoff. So there is quite a lot on the line here. It's not elimination. It's not the end of the road by any means, but you want to be in that great position, Fly. You don't want to be questioning and having a little bit of nervousness. You want to be like, yeah, one more series, that's it. And for Tidebound, one more game.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tidebound should just keep doing what they're doing. There's not much to change. I think their bans were fine, besides the Elk ban. I think they're all fine. I think they got heroes they were comfortable with. They got the NTS Tinker. They have a lot going for them going into the series. And I think for P-Vision, their games are so wild and their heroes are they change so much that I think it takes a very unique team to be able to be successful like that. I think most of the teams here, the top teams, they have a style, they have heroes they're going to stick to, at least some sort of formation. And for P-Vision, I'm not really feeling it. And it has me worried because I know these guys are fantastic players. There's absolutely no doubt that these are incredibly skilled players. But to jump all over the place when there's high stakes and high pressure, you're going to start crumbling. Yeah. And even though they won the previous series, I didn't feel like this is the same P-Vision that we've been seeing before.
I would agree. Throughout the year, and however you want to look at it, they won 3 tournaments, right? This doesn't feel like that same core of what won them those tournaments. It feels like past series for them, they're kind of really just winning game 1 because the opponent is sort of making a mistake. Yes, they're capitalizing on it, but that feels more like what is being garnering wins for them here. And I am trying to read between the lines of what I'm saying. I feel like we should just see Satanic back on Tinker.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it, but I think it does go back as well to the offense. Because if you look at all the success that P-Vision has had, you can kind of see a trend where, maybe DM has a large pool in some tournaments, but it's still pretty narrow to what he likes to do, these Enigma, Darkseer type of heroes, Beastmasters. And then, same thing, we have 9 class. He was playing so much Slark in these type of metas where it wasn't all over the place, any given hero. He had weird heroes, but he had a couple weird heroes, right? And I don't know what his hero pool is right now, other than the Alchemist. So until I see his hero pool and being super creative in that way that he likes to play, I'm gonna be a little sus of this team.
Well, we're seeing the hero pool comparison of the offerings themselves between Bob and DM. The only overlap is actually Beast right now in the way between International, and they've all been playing their own separate heroes. And I like that because it really does mean what's going to happen in the tournament. Where are they going to want to fall back on once you lose a game? Where are you going to want to look forward to once you do win a game? And don't forget to look forward to your game and to drop. These are the bans for the Naga Siren, Shaker. We got some Marcy, Beast, Enigma, and Owl. So they're still sticking to the Owl ban there, Fly.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks like Tidebound has first pick again, which I don't know exactly what it means. Maybe P-Vision and P-Vision didn't even take, they chose side over taking damage or something like that, which is kind of crazy to me. I don't know if that's just being overconfident or something. But yeah, if you have a free ban, and usually on first pick, you get more free bans because the enemy team has to ban the supposedly OP heroes unless they want to try and face you with those OP heroes. So you have more space to do random bans. I think Alk, sure. We'll table it for now. That's fine. He's not in the game.
He's been winning with it, so you might as well ban it.
I think it's fine, if you have a throwaway ban, and then they ban the Enigma, which is Enigma is a great hero to enable 9 classes current hero pool, it looks like. Yeah. And Monkey ban makes sense. And then they go with Nature's Prophet, which I'm pretty sure I've seen them play before, so I think they're a more comfortable team with this hero. And I'm happy about this response, the Lycan versus Nature's Prophet. I think this is a great one. I think Lycan is a very strong hero in the meta, and he's going to get a pretty decent lane against Nature's Prophet, and he's going to be able to kick him out. So I'm happy with this.
This is becoming a very common first phase counter-to-nations that I've seen in this road to TI.
What is it about the Lycan? Because you kind of just said, Fly, that it's like, oh, we should be able to kick him out of lane, but why? Is it because of the wolves?
So you're able to jack waves, you're able to get high levels, and then when you get Combo Dominator, Nature's Prophet doesn't deal with that very well. He doesn't have a way to deal with the summons. So he needs to get either help or he has to leave. So those kinds of heroes are not good against Lycan. The heroes that are good against Lycan are the heroes that can just sit in the safe lane and prolong it for as much as possible. Like say Bristleback, Terrorblade, Naga Siren. Those heroes can sit there. So we'll see.
It also looks really nice as well because MP is in the early game, teleport out of lane under pressure, and leaving a Lycan alone is very fun. He can just take the defense very, very quickly in that regard. But you kind of do have to leave it somewhere. So, I was saying, you can't really take the home run, so they're probably going to have to find a support that can do something against this. Whether it's, I don't know, like, you can't really kill the creep anymore, right? So, I'm not sure what you would look for. You can maybe go for a Phoenix again or something. Without lane sounds pretty bad. So I'm not sure.
We've already seen just one hero from each side, and you're like, yep, already a top one for Tide down there.
No, it's just a good Lycan pick. I think you can pivot this NP to a different role too if you are really that worried.
How confident do we feel with it as a mid hero in general, and then mid for Tidebound on Nothing to Say?
I haven't seen him play much mid, but I'm fine with it, I guess, to answer that question.
I hope they don't play mid. I just don't think NPS's strength.
I've never seen him play it. So.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right. And they actually yoinked the Tinker.
Yeah, of course they did.
I told you, I was reading between the lines of what you were saying, Fly. I knew. And you knew too. You just didn't know you were saying it.
It's true. Honestly, I kind of like it. Okay, what's going on now with this A versus Lycan? This is absolute madness.
Yeah, I
A
hate
versus
that.
Beast, A versus Lycan.
I genuinely hate that.
There's something about this A hero that I'm not fully understanding. Because, like, nobody's picking it. And then in this series, it's just like